of the No Name Wrestling Pod. I am in host mode today. I'm your host, G Baby G Daddy. Remember, if you want to be a G Maniac, please join the G Maniacs at 1-800 G Maniac. We have a special guest with us today. I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself, tell him where you can find him, plug his socials and all that stuff, and then we're gonna get to it. So the floor is yours.
What's good, y'all? My name is Nick, aka Wrestling Truth, but you can call me Truth. You can find me on pretty much every platform: Wrestling Truth, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, you can find me there. I go live. I haven't been in a while because I just had a kid, but most of the time I go live for pretty much every WWE show and every WWE PLE. Trying to start going live for AEW as well, but huge time commitment. So you can find me on pretty much every platform at Wrestling Truth. We talk wrestling. We talk anything going on in the world, whatever you guys want to talk about. But, dude, I am so hyped to be here. So appreciate it. And you take the floor.
Well, let me ask you, because I just had a baby not too long ago as well. I went on paternity leave at the start of the year because, boy, bro, we were supposed to get – our due date was January 25th. Mm-hmm. Then they said, we're going to induce you on the 4th. And then the water broke like 2 o'clock in the morning on January 2nd. Yeah. So we had nothing packed. We had nothing packed. He was like, oh, okay. So I want to ask you, how much sleep are you actually getting?
What was that? I don't know what that is. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that thing before. Bro, you want to hear something crazy? Dude, I was live for the Rumble for 4 freaking hours.
No way.
The moment I walk out of my door, I'm like, all right, long stream, like good stream, but long stream. I'm gonna get in the shower. I got work tomorrow. I gotta go to bed. I walk 2 steps out my door. Babe, what's up? My water just broke.
Ooh.
I go, all right. Let's go. I was like, I gotta lock the hell in.
Oh, so you what, a month maybe at most, month and a half?
He's almost 2 months old, but like, yeah, bro, I'm in the thick of it right now, bro. It is absolutely, it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing, but dude, it's wild, man. Like I can never, you never know about it until you feel it yourself, man. So I know you get that.
Yeah, it's I mean, it was definitely like, see, me, I was talking mess the first 2 weeks because he was just sleeping, wasn't really crying. He kind of do the one, but I'm like, oh, this what everybody was complaining about. This is easy. We get to week 3, week 4,
dude.
Oh, it was. If I had more days to use at work, I would have used a couple of them. I would have used a couple of them. So, but yeah, no. It's definitely a blessing. It's definitely, it's tough. Like adjusting, but. Do you have a son or daughter?
Son.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, so do I. So yeah, he turns 3 months in in April. So it's gone by so fast, but we love it. So
yeah, it's a blessing, bro.
But yeah, chat, let's go ahead and get into the stream. As people join, we will add them in. There we go. Lynn, what's going on with your brother?
What's good, my brother? Sorry, chat, that was my bad. Sorry for
no, it was Mo. It's still Mo. But
hey, G, you shaved the stash?
I had to, bro. Like, my allergies always mess up in spring. They always go crazy in spring. And I was doing like the nasal spray stuff. I literally looked at my mustache and I could feel my hair getting into my nostrils. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I had to.
I need to straighten mine up.
It's been rough out here. Haircut. Ooh, I'm probably not gonna get a haircut for.
That's why I ain't take the hat off. What's up, bro? My name is Lynn. Nice to meet you.
What's good, bro? I'm Nick. You can call me Truth.
Hell yeah. Nice to meet you, Truth.
All right, so we're going to get into it today. We are recapping old WrestleManias with WrestleMania season around the corner. But before we get into that, I do want to ask you, Truth, how do you personally feel about the build to WrestleMania this year? How do you feel it's going? How do you feel it's been looking?
You know what's funny is this is like because of the whole baby situation, this has been the first time I've really been able to watch wrestling without needing to be live. And like, it's been like years since I've been able to do that. And I kind of like, I won't lie to you. I honestly don't think it's been terrible, but I think there's too many things going on the outside of wrestling right now, but about wrestling, like ticket prices, blackouts, like all of that, I think is just this like storm cloud that is really negatively impacting a lot of people's opinions right now. Like, I think it's harming me because I just constantly am thinking about how WWE right now is just this money hungry, greedy company that's like isolating themselves from everybody because all they're focused on is the dollar. The in-ring action that I've been seeing in like the matches, I'm excited for. And obviously now that we got Cody and Randy like doing what they're doing, it's getting a lot better. But I feel like it's just this overwhelming like storm cloud is just hovering that's kind of taking me out of it. So I feel like maybe the in-ring build has been pretty good, but it's not feeling like Mania right now for me.
Right. Lynn, what about you?
I'm not mad at that. So you know how I'm rocking G, as we always talk about. So like the Mania build, I will say, has gotten better. Like, because if you go back 2-3 weeks ago, we were like, what the fuck is happening? We're in the depths of despair. And like now after Randy gets announced, you know, we get that stuff with Cody and Randy. It's like, okay, I'm interested in that story, Master and Apprentice. Even though I do have qualms with this week where I feel like, yeah, okay, Cody's knocked out. You can't have him there, but you got to build the feud more. It's like, I get you doing the Cardona thing, but like, I would have preferred if you have Cody all messed up, like bandaged up on the face, talking, saying how he feels something, but we're building the feud. We got that. Stephanie and Liv, I'm excited for. I wish they would do a little more because like, unlike the others women's feud, there's actually heat that like there's people are excited for that one. Like with Jade and Rhea, it's like y'all made that a muscle building contest, a dick measuring thing. So it's all messed up over there. But at least with Stephanie and Liv, it's like, okay, we're hyped. And you know, Punk Roman, cool. Rhea and Jade is like, y'all don't know what to do. Y'all keep effing around when easily all y'all had to do was, like G said a couple weeks ago when it was just me and you. All you had to do was just go on what y'all talked about on Twitter. Instead, you bring in B-Fab in, giving Meech in, giving Jade a fucking faction. It's like, what are we doing? That makes no sense. So that feud, and so three of the four belts I'm excited for, but it's like True said, it's like, does it feel like Mania? And I guess we were too spoiled with 40's build and even so 39's build. Like, those were good builds, whereas 41, we came back down to earth, and 42, it's like we really came back down to earth. So I'm not going to say it's bad because, like I said, I'm excited for Randy and Cody, Punk and Roman, Liv and Stephanie. Those three I'm excited for, but everything else I'm like, what are we doing? Like, where's Dom and Finn build? Where's a tag team match build? Where's, Mello and Ilya, it seems like we're building towards, which is great, which they better be on that fucking Mania thing. But like, let's get some more hype into that. You know what I'm saying? So right now I would say I'm lukewarm on Mania, but it could easily get warm to hot in between this week and, next week.
Yeah, I think the good thing is Mania used to be the first weekend in April for so long. Now it's like the third weekend in April.
Yeah.
So they have
That's true.
Way more time, but yeah, you said it. I thought Jade and Rhea was just going to be whatever. Unironically, the addition of B-Fab and Meechin made it worse.
Why did they do that, bro?
I saw them pop up on the screen. Actually, no, what happened was I was barely watching SmackDown this afternoon. My son, I just put him to sleep. I was watching SmackDown to catch up because I didn't get a chance to watch it this weekend. Spring break, my parents are here. I happen to scroll on Instagram as I'm like fast forwarding through the commercials, and I see the picture of Meechin and B-Fab. And I'm like, are we serious? So then I get to the part, and I want to see how they get there. That unironically made this feud way worse for me. Because now, either A, Jade Cargill retains with one of the weakest factions since the Pure Fusion Collective, or B, Rhea wins and there's no point in the faction. So it's like, I didn't care about that at all.
My thing is, like you said, she has to win now. It's like, why else are you giving her this faction?
Yeah, right. Like, that was not, unless they're going to turn on her at Mania, which would still be horrible.
Dude, that would
like,
be
this is
really bad.
If this was like an elaborate plan for them to turn on Jade, horrible. You didn't even
trash.
But
they having her there for after it would Bianca has to be coming back like right after.
I don't know. I saw the video she posted about her finger. I'm like, oof, hey, good luck. But
Wait, she
we're not gonna
posted
spend too
another
much. Yeah, I don't know, but we're not gonna spend too much time on the new Mania. Then we're gonna talk about these old Manias. We're gonna talk about when the game was what we loved, right? We're gonna talk about when wrestling was at its peak. So, Truth, I'm gonna start with you. What do you feel like? And we obviously it's social media world now, so we be making reactions live and talking about all the different things that social media has to offer, right? Like the Twitter, the reports. You see some reports and you react to that, all that stuff. But I want to take it back to back when we was just watching this for the love of the game, right? When we was watching this because it was really touching our souls, right? I want to know what is one of your favorite WrestleMania builds, right? Builds. So we're not talking about the actual show itself, but a time where you just go back to like the WrestleMania build, like just being excited to get to that show.
Okay. So if we're being honest, like if I'm talking like straight up, I mean the build to WrestleMania 40, like I mean we're talking, even though it's modern, like I've been a content creator for that, like it's a completely different build. That was probably my favorite build just overall. Honestly, from 39 to 40 was probably realistically my favorite WrestleMania stretches ever. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, people could tell you, oh, go watch WrestleMania 17. I wasn't born. All right. It ain't going to affect me the same way it's going to affect, some guy in his 50s. But listen, the WrestleMania 39 and 40 was awesome. But I'm not going to lie to you. The build, I want to say it was either 25 or 26. When the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels had their second go around,
right?
I can't emphasize enough, from the playgrounds, bro, to the house parties that we all hung out watching Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, whatever it is. That build of where Shawn says, "I can beat you, I can beat you," and put his career on the line right here. That hit me right in my heart.
Yep.
Because, bro, when you're a kid, you suspend your disbelief. You don't know the logic behind, like, oh, yeah, this is Shawn's retirement match, clearly. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, Shawn, you got to win, Shawn.
Yep.
Like,
and then when you add what happened the year before, it's like, no, Shawn, don't put your career out there because you lost last year, bro. I need you. We just got you back. Like, no.
Yep. And, bro,
I feel you, bro.
We talk about, like, dude, Taker, when we were kids, that man was immortal. That man was immortal.
Especially at Mania time. It was like, when
we didn't know what it was like to see him lose. We didn't like, and I'm sitting there like, I'm not thinking about, like, if I were watching that today, obviously I'd be sitting there like, oh yeah, Shawn's going to retire. It's going to be a great match, awesome for them. But dude, there was nothing in my life that affected me like coming home from school, sitting down and just watching the battle between the two of them. Because, bro, it was literally like watching the Grim Reaper and the Hero, like, just go at it. It was crazy.
Especially because when you look at that build, I think because obviously I wasn't watching like early days, so like that build is one of the first like earliest memories of me getting to that Mania. I vividly remember thinking, well, there's no way Shawn Michaels is gonna lose, right?
Yep.
Like that was the first time I was like, oh, Undertaker's actually gonna lose. And then when you play in the next year, they're doing this whole hype thing for Undertaker to return to Monday Night Raw. They do the vignettes, beautifully played. He show up, Triple H show up that same night. As a kid, I'm like, oh, is this when Undertaker loses?
Yeah.
And then they have the match. I think even though it was the worst out of the four, I think it was still beautifully done. The way they did the finish with like tapping out and like Undertaker not walking out under his own power. We get to end of an era.
I was about to say, you got to add the triple.
I was about to say, there's no way. Yeah. I was like, there's no way Undertaker's going to win now. Clearly, Shawn Michaels is the referee for a reason. Like,
dude, the super kick into this pedigree, bro.
That's it.
But see, you got to bring it back, bro. When Triple H said, I'm going to avenge my homie, I was like, yes, Triple H. Like, because at that point, you got to think, I'm young. I didn't really fuck with Triple H. Like, because I'm thinking of him as the villain. Like, Triple H was never, like, a good dude, especially back then. Like, it's like, it was fuck Triple H, especially after the Booker T shit. As a young black kid, I was like, dog. Hell no, we don't like you. But in that moment, I was like, nah, Hunter, we love you, bro. Like, that was it. I was like, at that, I honestly think that was the moment at least for me, where it went from I hate you because you're a villain to like, oh, I respect the game you did. Like, I respect you as the cerebral guy you are. And from that point on, it was like, all right, I'm never booing Triple H after that because it's like I bought in. You're going to avenge Shawn. It's like I'm into that. And like you said, the super kick into the pedigree, I was like, send him home, send him to hell. It's over. And when he got up, I was like, oh, this guy, he can't die. It's over. He cannot die.
Yeah, no, I mean that's one of the earliest bills where I was like, man, like this is like I wish they would have used the word cinema back then. Because
Yeah,
that was
Real
like
talk. That was.
peak cinema. And it was like you could have built your whole WrestleMania just on those matches.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it was one of like because we how people talk about part-time now. Imagine if they talked about part-time back then. Like, oh, why is Undertaker and Triple H getting a top level story match?
Yeah.
When they're not, what I mean, social media, I feel like it's kind of put a damper.
Yeah, it
on the
changed
fun
things.
of it all.
It really did.
But man, I think about that. One thing I will never forget, man, the build to WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh.
That one, even as a smarter fan, and like older, I'm not gonna lie. When they flooded the ring, I was like, "There's no way they accepted this. This had to have been like sabotage. Like there's no way they let a bunch of people storm that ring with yes shirts on, knowing good and well of the risk that can come with. Because all it takes is one person to go off script, and it's a whole like the fact that they let that happen. I was like, oh yeah, no, and it was also so like I was on the edge of my seat because up until he got in that match, I didn't know if they was gonna pull the trigger.
Bro, that's exactly it, right? Like we talk about ourselves like obviously nowadays we're a lot smarter fans than we were when we were kids, but bro, when he who shall not be named was in charge, anything could happen.
Yeah, true.
Anything could happen. I mean, in my mind, I was telling myself, oh, the reason he's fighting Triple H is the reason he's going to lose. Like, oh, like, he did a great job. Good for Daniel. He earned his way into the match, but he can't win, right? He just got his ass kicked in the beginning of the match. No, like, and with him in charge, man, you didn't know what was going to happen. You know, if Daniel Bryan was going to come out with a clown mask on. Like, it could be anything that man's thinking in the moment. It's a lot harder for that to happen nowadays, but bro, back in the day when he was there, like you didn't know what you were getting, and if he didn't like you, you weren't getting anything.
Bro, you're bringing up,
and you just didn't know.
He would tear up scripts before the show would start.
5 minutes before the show.
Yeah, like we're going with this now. It's like what? But look, I got another build for y'all. The build of, and speaking of my guy Hunter, this was back when I didn't like him, and this was one of the moments where I was like, yes, this guy needs to win. I'm bringing you back to WrestleMania 21, Triple H and Batista, and it literally starts when Batista goes thumbs down and he chooses. That build between those two and the way it finishes, absolutely amazing, bro. I was so enthralled in Batista as like a character and being the hero. I was like, hell yeah, Batista, show them niggas you're not stupid. Like, because that was Triple H's thing. You're dumb, Batista. Oh, you never know. You're an idiot. This, that. Nah, Batista just whipped your ass. And then he beat your ass 2 more times back to back, nigga. So, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I feel you. Nate, my guy, welcome. Welcome to the show, my guy. We are talking about right now our favorite builds to a WrestleMania. Not necessarily the match or the actual Mania, but just builds, like the anticipation. Because we talked about earlier how the build to this WrestleMania, I mean, it's gotten better in the past couple of weeks, but it's still, I think the last 2 years coming off of 40, I think the last 2 years have been a little shaky. Yeah. So we're just talking right now about just the builds to said WrestleMania. So wanted to ask you, what are some of the ones all time that you remember either as a kid, as a recent memory, the ones that just like really got you?
I'm going to say 28 for sure. 28 felt like a big deal back in the day. Yeah, Rock Cena, but you also had the Punk Jericho. That whole feud was one of the best builds going in, besides obviously the Cena one. I thought the Randy Kane feud was a solid build too. I like their story. And then the Cody Big Show stuff, like Cody was low-key a menace. Like he was like getting that Big Show, because like Big Show never had that WrestleMania moment So I think like overall, like it was a very, very good build. Even like Team Johnny and Team Teddy, like I enjoyed that build too. Like I enjoyed just the idea of, Laurinaitis and Teddy going head to head. I was rooting for Teddy, but
Yeah,
but they
I
had my
mean,
boy Zack Ryder on the card, so I was happy.
Hey,
No,
shout out
yeah.
to the old heads. I wasn't alive for this, so I don't know how it felt in the moment. But watching like the lead up, because I've done my history on the old stuff, but the Mega Powers build, bro, that had to be nuts back in the day. Like just Macho Man versus Hogan finally going at it, like that had to be crazy. So for all the old heads in the building, y'all put in the comments y'all's favorite old builds, because I know the Mega Powers build had to be crazy.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'll even go. You said 28. I'll even go 29 though. Right, 29 going into that one. Obviously, we know there is some stuff that happened before that we're like, did this really need to happen to get there? But for me, one of my favorite builds, Triple H Brock Lesnar. I feel like people forget or don't talk about that build as much. That was like that's when Brock was doing that Kimura lock gimmick and like really breaking people's arm. But then he broke Shawn Michaels' arm. Oh my god! I remember people saying, "Hey, is Shawn Michaels gonna come back for this?" Like, I remember that. The Shield was a big deal at the time, even though they was fighting randoms. It was still a big deal at the time. What's it called? You had Team Hell No, which was one of the best unique tag teams that we've ever seen, and obviously Rock Cena too. We didn't need twice in a lifetime, but I still think the build to get there was really, really good once we knew, okay, this is where we're going. Like once Rock actually won the championship and it was like, all right, this is where we're going, I think they did a phenomenal job of playing on the fact that, Cena, you was talking all this mess. You was talking all this crap and you lost. And then you ended up losing the People Power later that same year.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the World Heavyweight Championship match that year.
Oh,
it's two peak performers.
Who?
Oh God! Oh
Del
God.
Rio and Swagger.
That's why I didn't remember it,
bro. The fact that was a world championship match at Mania, bro, like
trash.
They didn't even get interested.
But that goes back to what we were talking about Voldemort. You could get anybody, bro. Anybody could get a damn match, and it was insane. Let me give you all go ahead, Nate.
No. I was just gonna say the only thing that really like truly made me mad about that Mania, I remember as a kid when Fandango beat Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what are we doing? Fandango. I'm sorry. When Fandango beat Chris Jericho. And I think it always makes it worse because then later on, AJ Styles could have beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Like, you could give it to Fandango, but you couldn't give it to AJ Styles?
No.
Like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah. Hey, another underrated build that people don't really talk about, 24, bro. You get Edge versus Undertaker. That lead up great. You get the triple threat of Randy Orton, John Cena, and Triple H, Randy Orton, and John Cena. Yeah, you get that. You get in Ric Flair's career ending, which the lead up with HBK taking Ric Flair's career. So low key solid build.
It was, bro. That was my first Mania. That was the first time I ever watched like wrestling. Was that year? And dude, I mean, the whole even the Shawn and Flair thing was so like crazy to me because it's my first time watching. Now, granted, I'm like watching this guy. I'm like, this guy's got to be in his 80s. Like, I'm watching Ric Flair, but I'm like, wait, so like he loses and that's it? Like he just never wrestles again? And my friend was like, yeah, that's what happens. And then if you got to remember, that's it. That was the end of Ric Flair. He never wrestled again. That was the permanent end of his career. But like, bro, I mean, that was wild to me. I was watching. I was like, oh my god, like. How long has this guy been wrestling for? 50 years? Oh my God, it's about to end right now. Like that was like one of the things that grabbed me. I was like, oh my God.
And just the way they set it up was so beautiful. The way Shawn Michaels was just did everything about that was absolutely great. And then and shout out to, I got to give Nate credit for this because I asked Nate the other day to put me on some Edge matches. And one of the matches he put me on was Undertaker Edge. I watched it, but I rewatched it because that was one of the ones because I needed to get my Edge game up. And just the build up to that, man. Oh, that was fire. That was so good. And it makes me respect Edge more, the fact that he was like, yeah, I'm not the one to break the streak. It shouldn't be broken. I'm gonna take my L. That fire.
That whole feud is fire.
I hear that, and then I'm like, y'all gave it to Brock.
Trash. No, for sure.
Trash.
But that
It
goes
should have been, man.
But that goes to show
KD.
the brilliance of Edge and how much he loves the business and how much he feels that certain things should be protected. Whereas Brock just care about Brock, man. As long as they check
For
there,
real.
Brock just care about
Nah.
Brock.
Right. Facts.
Another build
I hate
that
that.
always plays in my brain that it would have been like 1,000 times better if they would have just changed the finish from the year before. That Bray Wyatt Undertaker build, Bray Wyatt came back in the casket. We thinking Undertaker's coming back, and it's him popping up. He's like, I'm the new
Yeah.
face of fear. That would have been perfect.
Bro,
If Bray Wyatt beats John Cena the year before
yeah.
and Brock doesn't win, and then Bray Wyatt is the one who breaks the streak at 31. It just all you need to do is change 2 decisions, and that would have been perfect. Cena's heel turn could have happened right there.
Bro,
Could have
Bray-
happened right there to prove Bray Wyatt. Oh my gosh, bro!
Bro, Bray had so many phenomenal builds to like so many different matches, and every time we got to the match, like rest in peace, Bray. Like every time we got to the match, I feel like it fell flat, and it's because most of the time it's because he lost. Like you build this like guy that you're calling the face of fear, and every time we got to the moment, it fell flat because he needed to lose.
And
Like, it
that's
was just
exactly
so
why I forget who said it. It was one of those old timers on one of these pods. They were like, yeah, winning doesn't matter in wrestling. Like it matters the moments in the story. It's like, no, bro. Like if you don't win, we don't take your character serious. Like what are you talking about? Like
Facts.
you're
Yeah,
just saying that to protect
Like
the
imagine if
people
Cody
you
kept
like.
losing, bro.
Like,
Right,
bro,
like you can. I agree with the sense that technically wrestling is about moments. That's what they care about. But you got to win in those moments for people to care about you.
yes,
You have to win in those moments for people to care about you.
Facts.
It's
If
like
you
you
don't win,
said.
people won't care.
Bray Wyatt, like literally, True described it perfectly because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Bray Wyatt guy, but like, I respect him, I respect his mind. But like, when I was watching, when he was with the family and he had the Cape Fear gimmick, that's when I liked him the most. But like True said, he kept losing. So like, how can I believe you're this brilliant guy from the swamp that's manipulating everything, killing people, and like you're this crazy guy with your faction, but you lose? Like
You have the 2 like scary characters. You have the Undertaker, you have the Boogeyman. One who's like the main guy, like this guy, he's not only scary, but he's at the top of his game. He's gonna win all the time. Then you have the Boogeyman. This guy's scary, but he's a joke. It doesn't matter what he does. You guys could have easily pushed him to the Taker side, but when he got to the moments, and like I said, man, I like Bray the person. I'm sure he was a great dude. He was never my cup of tea in the ring. Like he was nothing. I mean, it's unfortunate because like I was literally looking at his Wikipedia page not too long ago, and this guy literally had like all his accolades were like worst feud of the year, worst match of the year. And it's so sad, like knowing that a lot of that could have been changed if the builds that all of these matches got between Cena, Taker, whoever it was, actually ended the right way.
Like,
and it's the thing, yeah.
Like if you really sit back there and think about it, he had back-to-back WrestleManias with John Cena and The Undertaker.
Yep.
So clearly he was somewhat valued to do that.
He had multiple with Randy too. Like,
and they messed up each one. They messed up each one. Oh my God, they messed up each one, bro.
Randy's, a Cena, and a Taker.
That's insane.
How did he mess up all 4? Did he lose all 4?
He lost all 4.
Yes, he lost all 4.
And then he had another Cena, which I don't know if we call that a match. But like,
I'm not gonna lie.
That was fire, though.
That was
awesome.
That was a masterpiece. I will take it. I will take the win.
His only win didn't even count 1, 2, 3. It was just disappeared. That was it. That was Cena just.
And that's the thing. Bray knew how to build it, man. Bray's storytelling mind was amazing. It's just you didn't give him the wins to make it matter. The stories you told leading up, and that's sad.
Yeah.
What's going on, Malik? How you doing?
Yeah, what's up, Malik?
How we doing, bro?
What's up, man?
Am I still taking over? You got it now.
Nah, I was just listening to. I was just letting y'all.
Your name's still G, baby.
Yeah, it is.
G-Dad.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide the names. You can decide them now.
But no, I mean, we only started with like our favorite like WrestleMania builds. We haven't even talked about like any matches of WrestleMania specifically. We just got talking into the builds.
Yeah, we talked about the nasty stuff. Yeah. I got you.
we ain't got there yet. We ain't got there yet.
I got some things here we'll put down. This kind of goes into it. So I was just letting y'all.
Yeah, no, but you got it. You good?
So this is more just like a rapid fire thing. So it's just the first answer that comes to your mind is going to be the answer that you will come up with. So I mean, it's just your personal take. So this is all WrestleMania related. So I'm just going to ask a bunch of different random questions. And if you're in the chat, feel free to play along as well. Give your answers in the chat as well. Like I said, it's basically rapid fire. So I'll say one. You may think about it for a little bit, but everybody will give an individual answer. So first one, and I'll go two. I'll start with my answer, and then I'll let everybody else go after me. So we'll just go with the order. So first one, I want to ask y'all, what is the GOAT WrestleMania main event? Now, I don't know how y'all defined it. I don't know if y'all count the build plus the match, or if y'all count the match. Some people separated. I count the build and the match for me personally. So my GOAT WrestleMania main event would be Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40. Go ahead, just keep going. We'll just keep going in order.
Oh, okay. Truth next.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for me because I don't think it gets better than that, bro. I mean, and even if you want to, like, I'll go the Roman Punk, because I don't want to like just pick the same thing Malik did, but like it really doesn't. Nothing could beat that in my opinion. That was the greatest moment, greatest like 15 minutes of my life, and I have a kid. That was the greatest 15 minutes of my life.
Fuck them kids.
That was just the greatest wrestling moments ever. But I will say, like, to be honest with you, my entire like opinion on wrestling has changed since I started streaming it. So I will say, like, last year, the Roman Punk and Rollins match, like, that had me on the edge of my seat. I don't know if I'd call it the greatest, but it was, at least in my like recent memory, somebody who actually went through it versus like going back and watching it. That literally is right under the Cody Roman match, like in my opinion. It was so amazing. And it wasn't even the main event. It was a night one event, which I think that moment kind of solidified that night one can always battle it out with night two, as long as the match is up to par. So
100%. Yeah, my answer is, y'all know I'm the Cody guy on the pod. I gotta go with Roman Cody main event 40, but I'm gonna say this to be different. I'm gonna go with 39, bro. The one where Cody loses, because the build to that, you get to the match itself, everything is fire. And then when Solo Sikoa comes out and hits my guy in the neck, my heart was broken. Like, that's how you know it was such a good main event. It's like, yeah, you could be happy with 40, but let's not forget the greatness that was 39 in the loss. Shout out to Roman. Roman fans are happy. You get to the over the 1,400 days or whatever, like, greatest champ ever. My goodness, that was great. So I'm gonna say 39 is just to be different, but my real answer is 40.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on record to say Cody Roman 2 is the greatest professional wrestling match of all time, because it's literally, it captures everything that professional wrestling is, from in-ring to long-term storytelling to big moments to the past meeting the present to that ultimate climax. Like, it is literally, like, if you wanted to show someone like what is professional wrestling, I would show them that match. Like, this is what professional wrestling at its peak. This is what professional wrestling is. It is everything. But again, to be different, what I would slide, I guess, number 2. I'm gonna go with Sean Taker 2.
Nice.
The build to that was fantastic, especially if you know the build from the first match. Sean was cocky. He was in Undertaker's head, and then the second build for WrestleMania 26, he was desperate. Like, he was more desperate. He was never scared. Sean was never scared. He never feared Undertaker. He hadn't feared Undertaker since the 90s at that point. But at that point, he was desperate, and he was so sure. He never doubted for a second that he could beat Undertaker, so much that he put his career on the line. And the fact that he helped Chris Jericho, of all people, the dude that made him bleed, the dude that punched his wife at SummerSlam like 2 years before that, he helped him win the world championship just to get a match with Undertaker. Cinema, literal, like, before that phrase was even coined in professional wrestling, that was literal cinema.
Hey, that's funny, because everything you just said between G and Truth, they said that, and I'm pretty sure G was said exactly. It was cinema before cinema, so like, you're on the same wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us now we've pretty much said, "Hey, Cody Roman 2 night 2 at 40 has been the greatest main event we've seen." I'm also going to be a little different just for the sake of this. The tag match from main event night 1 at 39.
Yes.
That was such peak storytelling.
Yes.
It's the last time I was actually a fan of Sami Zayn. That was such peak, like the emotion behind it. And because realistically, bro, especially when you look at hindsight, there was technically no guarantee they was going to win either.
In fact,
There was technically no guarantee, especially when we saw the way night 2 went down. But yeah, just the way they got there. I was there for the Rumble when the turn happened. So that was a crazy night. It was just all of that encapsulated. And then we thought, I'll never forget the scene where we thought Jay was going to side with Sammy. Like, here's the breakup. And then kicks him in the chin. And it's like, oh, we were right there. Like, come on. Yeah. The 30-night tag match. It'll probably be the last time a tag match will main event. Like,
I was about to say,
let me rephrase.
Tag team titles.
A tag team title match.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say you don't want to go with the one that main evented before the tag match that main evented before that one.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
I see you, Nate.
WrestleMania 1?
You want to go with that one, G?
Hey,
It's a oldie for you, man.
Is that the best tag team title match at Mania? Like outside of the ladders, like just
I was gonna say
team?
outside the TLCs,
Yeah.
probably. I would
Probably.
say so.
yeah.
Like a straight up
Just a straight
tag
up
team
match.
match.
1, 2,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I would say
We don't
Just
want to
a
wait.
great-
We don't want to go with the Revival versus Kurt Hawkins and
Oh, you sick. You nasty.
all right. So here, let's okay. So hold on. So everybody's gonna let's make it it's pretty bit nasty. Let's make it a little. We'll make the challenge a little harder. So I'm gonna ask all these questions, and then let's just do no explanation. You don't even gotta tell people why you're picking what you're gonna pick. You're just gonna say what you're gonna say, and you're just gonna leave it at that. Just to make it harder, because just to get people up suspense, because sometimes people want an explanation.
Yeah, let's
for
make it
everything.
hard.
But it's like
We like it hard.
Yeah, balls. Nobody. So so everybody collectively, realistically,
you been
have
hanging out
any
with
of-
Will too much.
does everybody collectively have Mania 40 as the GOAT main event?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, y'all all gave a little bit different answers, but like if y'all had to pick one, that would be
that was the
Yeah.
that would be the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Worst WrestleMania main event. Now, like I said, I don't know if y'all count builds plus matches. I don't know how y'all separated. That's up to y'all criteria. I'm just going based off my preference. The worst WrestleMania main event of all time to me is Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 34. And I'm just leave it at that.
I'm probably gonna go. Miz and Cena was really bad in my opinion, and then obviously with the Miz's injury too, it made it even worse.
I'm gonna go old school for this. Hulk Hogan versus Sid Justice, WrestleMania 8. Nasty.
Trash.
By the way, they had the opportunity to do Hogan versus Flair past that.
But they said no.
Nasty.
They said no. They ran the house shows in fucking California.
Neither guy wanted to lose. That's why.
Of all places, California. Anyway, we gonna keep it. Oh, we actually gonna go a year later. We're gonna go Brett Yokozuna / Hogan.
Hogan, yeah.
Hogan Yokozuna. That shit was ass, bro. Hogan must pose. That's like peak. Like
That
doesn't work for me, brother. Like that's like, oh my god, bro. That's peak backstage politics. That shit with the black eye and everything, bro.
Disgusting.
Someone beat his ass. I think it was Macho Man. Didn't Macho Man put paws on him before?
It was
that, bro?
either Macho Man or the Steiners because they had. I watched the documentary. They told two different stories.
Yeah, someone put balls on that nigga, bro. They said, "Oh, you going? All right, bet you going out there? All right, bro."
G, what's your answer?
My bad.
Anything with Big Dog Roman.
Putting pacifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've usually been in lockstep with Malik with Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns being the worst main event I've ever seen in my lifetime. The fake blood is what killed it for me. Personally,
Oh, it wasn't fake. It was hard. Hard way.
Oh wait, that's
Yeah,
real.
when he got cut open.
Yeah, that's the only way they could do it.
I'm not gonna lie.
In New Orleans,
There's no way
I think they were.
Roman
I think they were banned from using blade jobs and like in that arena or that city. So Brock,
Okay.
beat his ass for real.
It looked like
Brock
they
was
took.
hot way.
It looked like they took a ketchup bottle and poured it all over his face, bro. It looked. You know how like when they use fake blood,
Yeah.
like, you kind of watch. You're like, oh, okay, that's a nice touch, but obviously it's fake. It was so much. It looked like it was like, okay, y'all was doing too much.
The
Yeah,
way
it wasn't fake because it was like
yeah.
right up the top of the hairline, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the one that was fake blood was when Triple H beat his ass on Raw, like in the bill for 32.
Oh yeah,
That was when
Yeah.
Byron Saxton handed him that blood capsule. That was when he had fake blood in his nose.
I think it makes it worse though that it was real because people still
Yeah, they
Yeah.
no one
Yeah,
cared, bro.
damn.
No one
No
cared,
one
bro.
cared.
Is that the last time Roman bled?
Yeah, that might be the
Probably,
only
on
time.
purpose.
Probably.
On
Hey,
purpose.
he might not. Maybe that's why he don't bleed for the game no more. He never be bleed.
This one, I feel like there's really only two answers, but everybody's criteria is different. What would you say Undertaker's best streak match was? My answer, I think the End of an Era is his best streak match.
I feel like him and Sean, the first one is the best.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. First Sean match.
I think me and Malik are on the same wavelength. End of an era. I rewatched that. But again, before they coined the term cinema, that's literal cinema right there. That's one of the most beautiful matches that you will see ever.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier too. End of an era. Like, I'll never forget, like, because they had the no holds barred match. So I'm literally sitting there knowing we're gonna get to this again. I'm like, how are y'all gonna top the no holds barred match?
True.
And then they were like, Hell in a Cell. I'm like, okay, so a no holds barred match inside of a cell. Cool. Once they put Sean in as the referee, I said that boom. I honestly thought he was gonna lose. I'm like, Sean is gonna be the reason Triple H win. Like, clearly. Yeah. Greatest kick out ever.
Yeah. A WrestleMania match that overexceeded your expectations. So a match that maybe like, I don't really care about this. And then after the match, he was like, damn, that shit was good. I'll say for me, I'll say AJ versus Shane. I really like going into that Mania match. I was like, damn, AJ Styles got to fight Shane McMahon, bro. Like, kind of crazy, but coming off that WWE title reign. And then after that match, I was like, damn, that shit was good as hell. I still think that was the best match on that Mania.
That probably would have been mine. Just honestly, Shane has had some moments like that, like where I just flabbergasted at how good he can be sometimes. I'm not gonna say it was like a match that exceeded my expectations because I thought it was gonna be good, but like Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus, like I thought that match was gonna be like very solid. I did not know it was going to be because, dude, when we have triple threat matches, I know we're not gonna explain everything, but like triple threat matches are hit or miss depending on are all three guys gonna be active at once or is it gonna be two going, one on the side, two going, one on the side. And dude, I think that match was perfect, and that blew my expectations away. Not because I thought it was gonna be bad, but like was way better than I could have ever thought.
All right, for me, I got underrated match. I'm going Seth Rollins, Finn Balor versus The Miz for the Intercontinental match at WrestleMania 34. Did not expect that to be good. You know, Miz is Miz, but the way that Seth and Finn cooked and Miz stepped up to the plate, bravo to those gentlemen. That was a damn good match on 34.
For me, I'm gonna go WrestleMania 37. I forgot what night it was. Miz and John Morrison versus Damian Priest, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I did not expect Bad Bunny to cook the way that he cooked that night. I didn't know who he was before, like WWE. So I was like, okay, I'm sure he'll probably get a couple spots in. Bro, oh my God. He cooked so hard that he was literally the best part of the Royal Rumble that year, the next year, the 2022.
Yep.
Like he got the biggest pop of the night, I think. Like that Rumble's trash, but that Bad Bunny spot, fantastic. So yeah, that match definitely blew my expectations.
For me, I'm going the Bar versus Braun Strowman and Nick. No, okay, I'm sorry. For me, I think an underrated match that AJ and Shane were definitely like okay, fine, because I think the way they handled the Elimination Chamber that year, even though I was happy for Bray, it was like AJ Styles like should have technically, because Randy just changed his mind, AJ Styles should have technically had a match. I was like, y'all really gonna do him dirty like that? Like, okay, cool, but they obviously outperformed. It was like the last time I was interested in Shane. So definitely that one for sure.
This one kind of also falls into that a little bit. A WrestleMania match that disappointed you, one that you were so excited for that just
Easy.
There's a couple of matches you could name.
It was a good amount.
I'll say to be a little bit different. For me, I still say Triple H, Randy Orton, bro, at that WrestleMania. That might be one of the greatest builds I've ever seen in my whole life, and the fact that that match just didn't deliver the way we thought it would, I was just like. And I watched that WrestleMania live too in real time, and like I just remember it going off, being like, I had more. Like I was expecting more out of this, bro, and like this is what we got. So disappointing.
Yeah, for me, I mean, there is definitely a bunch, and that's sad. But the one that sticks out the most, because this was my first introduction to one of them, is Shinsuke and AJ. I was like, people were like, you guys have no idea how amazing this match is. All you WWE fanboys, like, you guys got no idea. And I watched this, I was like, it's okay. And then the turn ruined it. It made it even worse than it ever needed to be. And bro, and then I got to see what it's actually supposed to look like during AJ's retirement tour.
Oh my god!
Yes,
like, bro,
Don't remind me.
bro, but dude, yeah, that match, like, that match was so underwhelming in comparison to what I thought it was supposed to be. So.
Truth took my answer. That's the one I was thinking of. I'm gonna give my second answer just because when they announced this, bro, I expected a straight up blood feud. We got the worst match. Jimmy versus fucking Jay.
Was my other one.
Trash. I expected so much. All the brothers were going at this. We're about to end this. They were talking like, oh yeah, this is the first brother match since the Hardys. People were hyping that shit up. It was horrible, bro. Horrible.
At least there was a variation between the Hardys and their moveset. Jimmy and Jay literally do the same thing. I was like, how are they going to make this work?
With Jimmy and Jay, though, I'm sitting there, I'm like, they've been planning this since they were like 5 years old, bro.
Yeah.
They were thinking about this since they were kids, bro. Like, they have to have this whole thing planned out.
Like, they were like, yeah, we've been planning this for Mania. Like, this has been our dream for forever.
And that video package was fire. And my brother's keeper, like, that shit was hard. I was like, oh shit.
And Rikishi was hyping him up on the pod, like, y'all don't know what y'all don't know what y'all in for. Nah,
we didn't.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go one. Not that I thought it was gonna be like the greatest match of all time, but I expected a lot more than what we got, and I understand why we got what we got. It was Roman versus Brock at 38 because Roman got injured like halfway through the match. They cut like half the match. I felt like because they're literally combining the titles, and it just kind of ended. And I was like,
yeah,
that's it. Like, it wasn't. I can't remember any like really big spots from that match. You know what I mean? I was like, that just your standard Brock Lesnar / Roman Reigns match. I was like, okay. And then Roman holds the titles up, and that was it. I was like,
he can barely lift up.
Yeah, he can barely lift the other one. So I was like,
oh, okay.
Yep.
I was like, wow, that's it. All right.
That's why they ran it back at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think. Like, I don't think that was the original plan, and then they were like,
and that SummerSlam match is fire. I was there for that. That shit was fire.
For me, I'm gonna be a little bit different. I'm putting 90% of the WrestleMania 34 card, and I'm putting everything on the WrestleMania 39 Night 2 card except for Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus. My God, those were freaking letdowns. The Demon Finn Balor losing to a Concerto. Not even the Spirit. Concerto? Are we serious? You're the Demon. Asuka losing again. I get you want Bianca to have the record. Asuka did not need to lose that match. Like, y'all revived her somehow, some way. Why? And then, of course, that all gave us the infamous meme from No Name Wrestling, me sitting there with a red hat on and my New Orleans Saints shirt, pissed at the world that's how WrestleMania Night 2 ended. I knew Vince was back after that. WrestleMania 34, how many Charlotte Asuka should have been how we talk about Charlotte and Rhea?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was that? That was atrocious. Obviously, we already talked about Shinsuke and AJ, and then of course Brock and Roman. Like, what are we doing?
Wait, did you say Demon and Edge? Because that's up there too.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I started with.
Bro,
Demon Finn Balor losing to a Concerto.
Like, how do you bring the Demon back for that? Edge had that was Edge's most. That doesn't work for me, brother. Like,
that's when they're like, oh, the Demon's coming back. I'm like, bruh. a 50-year-old man watched the Demon. Like, what you think Dom about to do? I was like, and if you need a Demon to beat Dom, bro, like,
Bro, I
you need
swear
the
if he
Demon.
bring, I swear if he
the
bring back
Demon,
the
bro,
Demon for Dom,
for
I'm gonna be pissed.
Dom,
I'm gonna be pissed.
Dom, nigga,
He does
Bro,
not
Dom,
need to.
They-
you
does
better
not
be fighting.
need
He
to-
better be fighting. No, it better be a handicap match.
The
Nate,
He
only
you
better
gonna
be
be
fighting
sick,
no, no,
Dom
no.
Nate.
today,
You
bro.
The
gonna be
only
sick.
thing, the only thing that Finn Balor needs to do for Dom is bring back the trunks. If he
That's what
come
I'm
back
saying.
out of trunks,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah, the
with
trunks,
that.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
need Demon. He does.
Hey,
Demon
I'm
is
good with just the
great.
entrance
Bro.
music. I don't think we
Bro.
need anything else.
Bro, if he
They're talking
pulls
about
out
the Demon, bro.
bro, if he pulls out the Demon for
gonna be
Dominic
Demon,
Mysterio,
It better be a handicap match. I swear.
JD
I'm
and
not gonna lie,
Dom,
he don't need the Demon for JD and Dom, bro. You don't need the Demon for that.
he bringing it
You
out,
don't
bro.
need the Demon for that.
I'm
Need a
telling-
Just
Demon
bring
for that
Carlito
bobblehead.
back for one night and keep it pushing.
Oh, let's see. We got 3 more. This one, I think there's really only 2 answers, but I just want to see what side y'all pick. What's the best WrestleMania stage? I went back and
Ooh.
forth in my head between 2, but honestly, I might have to go 39, bro. 39 was so good, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
Mine is also 39.
39 was crispy, man. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
39.
39 was
I gotta make sure I don't forget any other stages.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna go with 39 until I think of something. Let me think. Nate, you could go before me.
I gotta. Yeah, 39. But there's another one. 33 was fire too.
Yeah,
That was fire. The ring
Yeah.
above the ring was fire.
Yeah,
I thought we all thought Shane was jumping off that, but he didn't. He should have. I'm gonna go 39, bro. That stage is fire. Oh, that's so fire, bro. That stage is so
39
nice.
was heat, yeah.
39 was
It's
sick.
so fire.
Let's see. We got 2 more. What is a WrestleMania that you think is overrated? We're talking about the show, just the WrestleMania show that you think is overrated. My answer, I have 2, but I'll stick with the one that I've always usually said. It's WrestleMania 18, bro. Besides Rock and Hogan,
Who's
ain't really much on that show.
gassing that show?
Bro. No, that show ain't on
Who's
that, bro.
gassing that show?
A lot of people.
That show is not that good.
Because it's Attitude Era, so a lot of people
Barely.
gassing it up. Undertaker Ric Flair was also a good match, but
Yeah.
without Rock and Hogan on that show, genuinely, you couldn't tell me anything about that WrestleMania that stands out besides that. It's literally just a good match show. So
I remember doing a video on this a while back, and I got a lot of hate for it. But WrestleMania 3, I think, is like widely considered by people who watched it one of the greatest things ever because Hogan and Andre. But I mean, listen, this is where I get called young, and I can't. How dare you have a wrestling opinion? You weren't even there when the Mega Powers broke up. I just thought it was bad. I remember looking at the match card and watching it back, and it was just bad. I don't even remember all of them, but I just didn't.
I mean, besides the body slam and
Which he had
Steamboat
done before, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's not special. He's done it.
Yeah,
Not
and
in
then,
WWE
then
does,
Steamboat, and then Steamboat and Macho Man, like that show. What else? What else does that show provide? Like literally, there's literally nothing else from that show that people talk about to this day.
Facts. 3 is definitely top choice, but I'm gonna say WrestleMania 33, bro. Like the one with Undertaker and Roman as the main event, and the Hardys come back. Like nothing was that great at that Mania outside of the Hardys coming back. Like you get Shane versus AJ, but like 33 is kind of trash.
Wasn't that the biggest party of the year? And everybody's on a roller coaster for that.
It was
WrestleMania?
supposed to be.
That was awesome.
Dude, that stage was fire though. Let me give
Stage
it.
is fire.
The
Stage is
stage
fire.
was hard, but the event trash.
I'm gonna go 30. It's not a bad Mania at all. It's really not. It's actually a really good Mania. But people think it's like top 10 ever, like one of the best things. Like great opener, great closer, probably the most shocking moment in WrestleMania history. Besides that, you have a lot of good matches. Like Bray Wyatt and Cena, it's a fine match. Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, it's a fine match. The Shield versus the Attitude Era was a good squash. And the Divas Invitational was what it was. Like there's nothing else on that show that makes it the greatest. Is it one of the greatest? Is it like a top 10 main event? Absolutely. I think that triple threat is fantastic, and that opener is fantastic too. It's literally like
Everything in the middle.
but it might be the best opener in WrestleMania history. Like is that and Owen and Brett? Like those are 2 of the greatest openers in WrestleMania history. But besides that, like it's good. It's really good, but it's not top 10. It's not top 10.
I'm gonna go 33, And I hate 33 for two specific reasons. Two specific reasons. One, John Cena proposing to Nikki Bella was like some of the most awkwardest acting like I've ever like I really believe that was the second time they had done it. I really believe he proposed to her before that because he knew if I do this in front of everybody, it's gonna be awkward as hell. So hey, don't wear the ring until we get out there, but just know I'm gonna propose to you before that. That's how I feel. That's the first reason I hate that. And two, I don't care what anybody says. Lynn, you were happy about it. When I saw them motherfucking Hardys come out for that fatal four-way, I was probably the only person who moaned and groaned. Because I knew Enzo and Cass were never getting those titles. They literally waited so long to give them the title. So I was like, okay, you know what? I won't hate you for it because they're going to get them in Mania. Right? I think the bill was a little bit too clunky. Right? It was kind of like, oh, I guess we can have a ladder match. Cool. But fun. Enzo and Cass are going to win. You had the Bar there, and I think you had the VAR Villains there or something. Right? I think it was them. No, who was it? Was it the VAR Villains or was it them?
Gallows and Anderson.
Oh, Gallows and Anderson. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I can live with this. Enzo and Cass going to get their titles. Then the New Day started doing their little thing, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way they're going to put him in this match. And again, this is before reports and dirt sheets. I ain't looking at that stuff. I see the Hardys come out. I said, you motherfuckers. Enzo and Cass ain't never getting their titles. And it was such a waste because then we know what happened to them after. And it was such a waste.
They were one of the most over teams in that era, too. They never even held the titles in NXT either, which is crazy. Like
in NXT, I can understand because like I don't think you have to hold the title in NXT to make it work. But the fact that they were waiting so long to pull the trigger. Like, it was clear as day they were your next Raw Tag Team Champions. But they were taking forever to pull the trigger. So I said, okay, Mania. I can live with that. Big stage. It'll cement them forever. Freaking Hardys. For a 5-minute match, mind you.
A 5-minute ladder match. They didn't even stay together. I think they broke up not too long after that.
They did. Because Enzo was starting to be a dick.
Yep, that's a fact.
Because they moved him to the tag team division. They moved him to the cruiserweight division and all that stuff. So I remember, yeah.
So
that was crazy.
I wish I could hate someone as much as G Baby hates Nikki Bella. Oof.
Last one I want to throw out there. What is a underrated WrestleMania that you guys think deserves more love? A WrestleMania show from start to finish that y'all think deserves more?
It starts with you, Malik.
Someone else go after Malik. I need to think.
I'll say I've always said Mania 22. The Money in the Bank ladder match was really good. I thought the main event with Cena and Triple H was fun to watch. You know, the triple threat with Rey Mysterio becoming world champion. The hardcore match with Edge and McFoley. You know, Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon even had a pretty good entertaining match. You know, Vince was like 60 at that time. So I thought that was a pretty solid show. I mean, there was obviously some bad on that show as well, but I thought there was some pretty good stuff on that show.
Wait, can you repeat the question, Malik? I was trying to get some information to G. My bad.
Underrated WrestleMania show.
Underrated. Okay, let me think about this. Nate, if you got it, you could go before me in truth.
I got it.
I'm gonna go one at.
I know which one
I'm gonna go 28. I don't think 28 gets enough love. I think overall it's a solid Mania. I don't think when people talk about like Manias, they don't talk about 28. Like the PGA had some rough WrestleManias, but out of all of them, I would say 28 is the best one. Not every match was great, but I think it had a lot of great moments. And you got the end of an era. You got Taker Shawn. You got CM Punk Jericho. 18 seconds started the entire Yes movement. I thought Kane and Orton had a solid match. Like overall, it's a very solid the undercard's fine, and then the main event. Like the main event matches are really good. So and like the builds to those matches are very good. So I would say 28 deserves a lot more love.
28.
I'm gonna go 36, even though it was the COVID Mania. I think for a Mania, like
better than 41.
Oh, for sure, better than 41. But I think
Pandemic Mania.
Yeah, the Pandemic Mania was actually
Yes.
like, if you go look back, I think
Yes.
Shayna and Becky, even though it had the wrong winner, I think that was a good one. Seth and Kevin was a great match. on a great build.
Cook.
I think if they would have done it live, it would have been the best match on the show.
Cook
Only
bar.
thing that I really hated on that show for real, like outside of decisions, was like Goldberg and Braun, but we knew what that was. It's because Roman couldn't show up.
Last minute.
We knew what that was, and then the fact that Drew McIntyre had to fight the Big Show after the show.
That was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
That was stupid to me because it went off the air. Then they came back the next night and was like, "Hey, look what happened off the air."
It's like, why would you show us this? What does it have to do with anything?
But like, I think Shayna should have won, but that was still a good match. I think it did good enough. Rhea and Charlotte was a good match to put
before the decision.
To put Charlotte on the map. Not Charlotte, to put Rhea on the map for the casual viewer.
Yep.
Right. I thought a lot of things on 36 were good. It was just in front of nobody.
Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn. Good match.
Oh yeah.
All right, I got mine.
Yeah. I'm honestly just quickly gonna double up and also say 36 because I do think it's very underrated. The only thing that I think was actually not good, in my opinion, because it told me about the character of the person, is Brock and Drew. Because the fact is, Brock had no desire to have a match. He was like, "Oh, I got to put over Drew. Make it 5 minutes." I wanted to see Brock and Drew actually have a slugfest. And that was in the moment where I realized, like, full blown, Brock does not give a flying, like, about this company at all. He was told, you need to put Drew over. And he was like, all right, we'll do F5s and Claymores, and that'll be it. And it would have not mattered if there was an audience there, because, like, he would have done the same exact thing if there was an audience there. In and out. I do
think Brock does pick and choose when he cares.
He is.
I do think it has something to do with the pandemic, though. I really feel like Brock was like, "Oh, there's no fans. You want me to do this in front of nobody? Okay, fine." I don't think it had anything to do with Drew, because in the build, he actually helped Drew like position himself in front of the camera and stuff, and like
After
he told him
Rumble
hit him again. But I think it very heavily had to do with the pandemic. Like, you got me wrestling in front of nobody. Fuck you. 5 minutes. Let's do F5. Let's do WrestleMania 34 again.
There, He wouldn't have been there if the pandemic had started in the Rumble. He wouldn't have been there. Yeah, I agree.
No.
It bothers me a lot. I hate Brock.
No, I do too.
He
doesn't care about anybody.
He definitely pick and chooses though. G, you 100.
He do pick and choose.
Because he did. I mean, he did it with Seth at what was it, Mania? What was it? The one in.
God, it was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was there.
35, right?
And that was the longest Mania I've ever seen in my entire life. Can you imagine if they had an actual match?
35, right? The opener when like the technical match didn't start.
It was like 2 minutes. It was a kick to the nuts and 3 stomps.
Because the technical match started with, it didn't start, but like the beginning, they were fighting around the ring for a minute. I'm
he's not legendary.
Hey, shout out to you for that video. My underrated Mania, I got 14, man. 14 is that's the one where you have Stone Cold and Shawn as the champion. Stone Cold versus Shawn, where Stone Cold gets crowned. But forget that. You got Undertaker versus Kane, fire. The Rock with the Nation versus Ken Shamrock, fire, bro. Shout out to Maivia. You got Triple H versus Owen Hart. You got Takamichi Nochu versus Aguila, which, you know, that was some solid grabs back then. And then you got Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie versus New Age Outlaws. I'm a Cactus Jack stan, so anytime Mick Foley does some crazy shit, I'm watching. So, and then Mark Merrow versus Goldust. So, underrated Mania that has some solid grabs.
Bullshit. That's what
I'm naming the old.
14 solid.
14 is solid. Bro.
I was thinking about 15. I was like, you started saying, I was like, oh yeah, I was thinking about 15. 15 is fucking trash.
Yeah, no, not 15.
But 14 is pretty.
14 solid.
I made a bet with myself.
That dumpster match is
14 is pretty solid.
I made a bet with myself that during the summer, I'm gonna literally start with WrestleMania 1, and I'm gonna watch every pay-per-view they've ever made ever since.
That's what you gotta do, G. Get through the old school.
I just wanna do that so people can't say I never watched it, because I know a lot of the stuff that people be hyping up is bullshit. So
you're gonna be watching this Tuesday in Texas, bro.
No, some of those WrestleManias, I wouldn't say you have to go back and watch those shows. You just got to watch
matches. Yeah,
a lot of they didn't know what they wanted WrestleMania to be for like a decade.
Because you got to think this is back in like 80s, 90s, bro. A lot of those matches ended in like DQs and shit, like, you know,
squash matches.
I know, but like, then I watched.
Yeah, you don't have to watch.
I watched Randy Savage versus Steamboat 3 times. and I still don't understand the hype about Tuesday. I still don't get it.
All right,
I was like,
you dragging it. You dragging it, bro.
I will always give that match the credit that the crowd was so into it. Like, out of all the things that happened on the show, they were super into that the most. I will give them that. They, there were some rest holds and some technical. Yeah, cool. I watched it 3 times and I watched it objectively. I didn't have nobody in my ear. I went and watched it myself 3 times to see what everybody was talking about. Because I was like, you know what? Maybe I am being too much of a hater on the old people. Let me go watch this to see what everybody's talking about. I watched it 3 times. It was cool. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is what everybody talking about as the greatest IC title match or one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. I was like, I can think of 10 that I ain't even watched that I know is better than this bull.
It just
But hey,
like the
it's
foundation
cool.
For like a
It's
lot
cool.
of stuff
Yeah,
we
dude.
see today.
Yeah, it's a foundation.
And that's what people have told me. And I'm like, okay, I can feel you on that. That it set a foundation. I don't know if it should be as high up as people ranking it though, just because you set a foundation.
That's
Right?
good.
Dr. J and Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain set a foundation. They're not LeBron. They're not Michael Jordan.
They're not Bam.
Crazy.
Bam's 83.
Hey, Luka 60 that he did recently was better than Bam 83.
Crazy.
Nah, 83 is
Look at that.
83. Y'all better stop hating. 83 is 83.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, nobody's ever done
I fuck
it.
with
So
Bam.
clearly,
I fuck with
83.
Bam.
Yeah,
I fuck
83
with
is
Bam,
83, bro. And if you
I
watch
love
that
Bam.
game, he even said it too. He's like, I'm up. I got 70 with 9 minutes left. You think I'm not going for that shit?
Right. Kobe would want him to go for that shit, bro. Come on, man.
Nah, he definitely should have went for it. I'm not one of them.
Bam's
Kobe would've been
83.
Shocking, bro.
Yeah, I'd have been chugging.
Kobe would have been shocking, bro.
Yeah.
70 with 9 minutes left. What
70
you
with
think?
9 minutes left. He might have got to 90. Like,
Hey,
he really
Hey,
somebody,
somebody said. Hey, somebody said if that was Tatum, he would have checked himself out at 81 and then taken Kobe.
And then took a knee at the bench and did it like did the Santa Claus.
He's sitting at the bench like
Take his jersey off, put it in the middle.
Do a little kiss.
No, there's a lot of those old manias. You just got to go back and watch certain matches. The shows
Facts.
really aren't bad. The probably
First
first
10.
classic mania they had was probably Mania.
You got to watch Hercules.
Mania
too,
10,
man.
you said?
Mania
Mr.
10 is probably
WrestleMania.
the first good Mania show.
Oh, yeah.
Like 10
Took him
Mania.
a while to understand.
It's
Eight
literally
is
a
good.
decade, bro. It took him a decade.
Oh, so
like
not
it,
the
though.
one where they were streaming from like 3 different places?
No, that's
Oh,
Mania 2.
no.
That's one of the worst Manias ever, bro.
I like 8 though. Eight's a good Mania.
WrestleMania 2 is one of the worst ever. You definitely don't have to watch that one, bro.
Yeah, 2's ass.
It's one
Is
of the worst
9 the
ever.
one in Vegas? That's the first one in Vegas, right?
Yeah, but it's
That's one of
cursed,
the worst
bro.
ever. One of the
Vegas Mania is cursed. I don't care, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah,
This year's
but
about to
they
be
said,
trash.
hey, let's do it again. Let's run it back. Hey,
God, bro.
They
Let's
put
run it
Jey
back.
Uso, bro.
Bro, yeah, you have John Gonzalez and Undertaker. Then you got Jimmy versus Jay. Oh my God, we're about
Bro,
to have.
it's-
It's gonna be Danhausen versus fucking Miz or some bullshit.
Hey,
bro.
you
Nate-
joking?
Nate loves
hey,
Danhausen.
it's Jelly Rolling Danhausen versus Miz and Kit Wilson.
You
I
joking?
promise you,
That's gonna be the match.
Jellyhausen. I promise you.
Well, they
About to
probably
be
actually. I
the
think they'll
worst
probably. I think
5
they'll
minutes
have.
of wrestling I've seen in my
I
life.
think they'll have Danhausen. I mean, I think they'll have Jelly Roll team with somebody else, and then Danhausen will be like a little appearance in the match. Like he'll do something.
Danhausen definitely
Yeah,
coming to Mania.
How do we
Yeah,
go from
for
a
sure.
Karrion Cross special appearance to Danhausen special appearance? I'll never know.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Nate. Danhausen over right now, bro. Danhausen.
This is over, bro.
Nate, you can't lie.
He is over though. He is
Fits
over.
WWE
So was Karrion Kross.
so well. Like his just nonsense
Well, yeah, 'cause
is
'cause
so
he's-
perfect for it.
Because he doesn't have a lot of quality. That's why, and fans don't. It doesn't take a lot for you to get over, bro. You gotta have as a good catchphrase.
Dude, like
And
the
if
fact that you just
one of
go
the people
down-
does
that's your
this,
guy
says
though,
it.
bro. That's your guy.
Used
It
to
was
be.
my
love
guy.
him.
Used to
That
be.
was my guy.
Love him.
That was my
No,
guy.
but, like realistically,
Till he
dude,
no
I mean,
sold me.
It is.
I ain't forget. I forget that, Jay.
I mean, realistically though, I mean, he's got to getting over is getting over. You got to find a way to connect with the audience. You know.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie though. I am with Nate because
You don't
Karrion
like
Kross
Danhausen?
literally was super over. Doesn't matter. Like
It
you can
really
get
doesn't
over-
at the end of the day.
Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if
it
you're
don't
over
matter.
or not. LA Knight been over for how many
It
years?
doesn't matter if you get over it, maybe in certain companies, but if you over though, you over, bro.
If you're
Okay,
over,
but what I think the
it's
issue
like having
was,
83.
what I think the issue, that's crazy.
Some
That's
people and
crazy.
some people aren't.
That's crazy.
83 is 83. Over is over, bro.
But the thing is though, like it didn't need the debut that it got.
No, Danhausen
I
did
agree.
not.
No.
do
They
that.
didn't need them weeks of build and
Hey,
to waste a whole spot.
listen.
Matt told me they had no idea
Listen.
who this guy was. Like,
Listen, man. Cross's 60 is better than Danhausen's 83.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact, bro. Cross. Hey, my guy Cross is killing it right now in the Indies. He's doing well for himself. But
I
will say-
definitely feel that debut was still underwhelming. Like when you put a particular debut like that on a show and then you present Danhausen, not really the best type of feeling.
Literally-
But I never denied that he couldn't get over though. I mean,
yeah.
No.
I like
He's
him in
gonna
WWE, man. That
He
thing
fits
with
WWE
the
a
New
lot
Day-
better than
He's-
AEW.
When the New Day where he goes, "You are cursed," and then Grayson Waller
Yeah.
was like, "It's over my shoulder." Like, nah, that's
Which-
you,
Which
you
I'm not
also,
gonna lie.
you also got to remember too. The fan, there's that tribalism, so the fan bases
That
are
too.
different. Like Danhausen gonna be doing the same shit he did in AEW, but people
No.
don't like it in WWE because it's WWE.
But bro, honestly,
feel
like the
about
whole getting over concept is so interesting to see, like just how different it is amongst companies. Like the black and gold era of NXT is my favorite, and like my favorite era of wrestling ever. And
The best
I will, yeah, I remember that video. And I agree with you. But like, it's my favorite era of wrestling ever, and it's so insane to me just how much I feel like those wrestlers are perfect for the modern AEW. Like, so many of the guys that competed in that era between like even Karrion Kross in the later years, but like Adam Cole, you know, Roderick Strong, all the Undisputed era, and then also like who I thought would have been perfect, of course, Ciampa, but like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Johnny Gargano. Well, I'm like holding out hope at this point that WWE will do something, but like if he goes to AEW, I will be watching everything he does in AEW as much as possible. That era of like the black and gold has seamlessly transitioned to the AEW style. And it's actually beautiful. Like, it's actually beautiful to see that getting over the way you did in NXT black and gold fits perfectly for the AEW crowd. It does not fit the WWE crowd. It does.
You're not the only person to ever say that, but I actually personally disagree. They just won't do it. I'm not getting mad at you. They just won't do it. If they took NXT Black and Gold and their format of not only just the pay-per-views, but even their TV match formats that they had, there was some real graps on the regular day-to-day hour TV shows. If they just took that and used it with the same characters, because to me personally, right, there would be a lot more people over and a lot more people getting looks if they did. Perfect example, and this is a random name. Candice LeRae can hoop. But people don't know that. Candice LeRae, if y'all think I'm tripping on Candice LeRae, I want y'all to go watch her versus Io Shirai. And I don't remember which pay-per-view it was, but it was the only women's match on the card that day. Go watch Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. Right when Io Shirai turned heel after losing to Shayna Baszler. They have the potential to do that with everybody. And they kind of were almost getting there a little bit. When Triple H first took over in 2022, 2023, them TV matches were actually getting back to that, like, this is a different type of style. This isn't just your regular format. Ilya and Carmella were doing it now.
Yeah, and
every time they have a match, what was the Leon Slater when he showed up? I said, this is not a main roster type of TV match. When he faced Carmelo, I was like, y'all boys hooping today.
We get it in spurts with the US Open Challenge is one of those things on SmackDown where we get the classic. That's a classic EXT.
But that's why I feel like they can do it. They just won't. I do agree that they seamlessly transition to AEW way better, but they could have transitioned to WWE. They just won't do it.
I think it is an element, like as much as I will give Triple H the criticism where he deserves it, there is an element, in my opinion, that I think is all about TKO and their spin of like we need to sell T-shirts, we need to sell this. I mean, they're in debt. They were in debt for a reason. They're not the best well-ran company. And yeah, in the beginning we did see that with like the beginning matches when they brought back Cross and all those guys, but like, you know, you started to see the fall off because in the end of the day nowadays it really does feel like you need a catchphrase, you need an entrance. You got one of those two things, you'll be good. I love Trick Williams. If there was no whoop that trick, it would have been very difficult in the beginning to get him over until he stepped in the ring and cut a promo. Like the thing is WWE fans need to be told to care about you. And they don't care in the ring. They need to care about you before you step foot in the ring. Now, obviously, Trick is so amazing at getting himself over because he's incredible on the mic. He's incredible with his entrance. He's got a presence. But like, if you don't have that yeeting, if you don't have that like specialty to you, look at Julia. Julia is one of the best in-ring performers that the WWE has. And they put her out there. They present her terribly, but they put her out there. The fans don't care. If she came out here and she was like, you know, I don't know, like make up some entrance theme that like had like 3 words that you said on repeat, it probably would get people excited.
But see, the Julia thing, I blame WWE, man. It's the fact that, because you are right about like how you have her, but not, and she's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but you don't present her that. I blame the presentation of Triple H. Like, also, I think the fact that Chelsea Green was champion at the time, and then they used Julia to take it off of her. I think it hurt because they didn't do anything with her, and people love Chelsea, and they were like, well, what are you going to do with this girl? Why aren't we seeing anything? And they did nothing, bro. And I think they tanked Julia's WWE career. Yeah. I don't blame Julia for that. I blame that's a creative problem for sure.
Yeah, but even like when they debuted, both her and Stephanie, like in NXT, they both got pops, massive pops. It was awesome. But when they came to the main roster, Julia just started. Who is she attacking? Io?
Yeah,
like
random.
It was like, here she is, and she's attacking, and people are like,
"Oh, she was with Roxanne." You remember that?
Yeah, exactly. And that was the whole thing, bro. It's like I really do have a problem with the presentation of a lot of the NXT stars, all the way to the black and gold era to the modern day. Like, this is something they've said from the very beginning. NXT fans are not always main roster fans.
And Malik always says that too. Yeah,
they don't always merge together. When you present somebody there, you need to give people a reason to care. Bro, I love Joe Hendry and what he's done. Joe Hendry should not be getting more reactions than somebody like Carmelo Hayes when they first come to the main roster.
True.
Like, people should know Carmelo Hayes and how good he is, but in the end of the day, WWE fans don't care unless you have something off the rip that catches their eye. Like,
it took Melo so long too, and it's trash, bro.
And the thing, because I'm not disagreeing, but like I think about this because we talked about Julia. Kiana James had one thing she did of substance, and it was a Royal Rumble where I was like, oh, you kind of opened a little bit. Now it seems like Kiana James is the most important person in that group.
Oh,
and notice how they're protecting her in matches now.
Yep.
They're protecting her in matches now. That's why I say it's not hard. Because I'm never going to sit here and act like running a business and trying to bring creative where you don't have an off season is something that I can just do in my sleep. I'm never going to act like that.
So much money, bro.
Yes, and the thing is, I'm never going to sit here and act like that's an easy thing to do. But then I'm literally sitting here, I'm like, it's not hard to get people to care about Julia. The way they got people to care about Carmelo finally, ironically enough, was wrestling.
Yep.
Andrade. That little match series they had, that's when people started caring about Carmelo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wrestling. So it still works. Obviously, you can't do everything you did in NXT. Because some people could just walk in there and be a menace in the ring, and that's all you needed. I don't think you can only do that on the main roster. I do agree with that. But it's also not hard. You just gotta care.
They should have
not hard. Julia should be cared about. Yeah. Roxanne, before she got hurt, the reason why people cared about her is because we thought it was gonna have something to do with this Judgment Day storyline, right? But when she was just wrestling, it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, so it can be done. But Roxanne wrestled the same way she did in NXT. Granted, she's more of a 2.0 girl and the newer black and gold. But all these people, Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano, I think people are kind of starting to care a little bit more now because they're doing something with them. Yeah. But that's all you need. And obviously, everybody ain't going to get over. Everybody's not going to do it. But there's a couple of people they didn't have in the palm of their lap that either got over organically or all you had to do was put them in a story. It ain't got to be the greatest. Just put them in something that means something. Put them on a PLE. Lyra went from kind of whatever. She got in a feud with Becky, and the key thing about it, which I think made her get over, she wasn't talking like, "Oh, Becky, how can you?" She was talking like, "No, I'm like that. I've beaten you before, and I'll do it again."
That's when I cared.
And that's Lyra was hooping. Yeah. And then the Bailey stuff happened. I thought we were getting somewhere there. And then they just
now she's fizzling. Yeah, look at Motor City Machine Gun when they came in, no pop, And then they get the titles. People care. You're building the stuff up with DIY and the Street Profits. It's at a fever pitch. You don't put them on the Mania card. You fuck up, but you give them the Friday SmackDown. The best ladder match we've seen since the Incredible one. And then out of nowhere, you put the fucking titles on the Wyatt Six, and everybody's fire and amazingness just dissipates.
And who's the
AEW, Street Profits and Montez Ford are getting fat, and CMG's not getting any pop.
Hey, who's the champs now?
Wepa and fucking R-Truth. You don't give a fucking
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw them win that match, I was like, I don't know if this is good or bad. Because in one hand, they're off the MFTs and they're out of the Wyatt thing.
That's the only best.
They're out of the vortex.
Damian Priest.
That vortex killed the tag team division.
But it went from the Wyatt vortex to the Weapon vortex.
Who's better, Hitler or Stallion?
Yo.
Hey, but they can drop the titles quick though. Like they can.
That's the thing.
So
You can make, nah, bro. You could have.
They need to. You know what they need to do, bro? They need to.
You can't have the Wyatt Six.
They need to just put the belts together. Just put the belts together, bro.
I hate that has to happen. I hate merging.
Because literally, like, there's
tag titles together.
But bro,
the tag division is fucking dead, bro.
Both
the women's one is actually really, really good right now.
Oh no, I meant the men's. The men's tag team division is just atrocious.
And it breaks my fucking heart because the SmackDown tag team division could be so fucking good. Just get Fraxium, MCG, and Street Profits back here, and let's just do that because it was fucking when SmackDown was ass. The best parts were Cody and the fucking tag team division. Everything else was trash.
If you had the Street Profits, Fraxium, DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns, and every single week with no story, no development, every single week you did 2 matches of those teams competing against each other.
It would have worked.
Like whatever. You could have done that the entire year. I would have never gotten sick of it.
Me neither. Look, cool. DIY's gone. That's sad. But you could use Los Garza. Los Garza can hoop. Like, let's put Los Garza.
They've been hoopers. Garza been a hooper since that NXT breakout tournament.
Come on,
He's
bro.
Been a hooper.
Street Profits, Los Garza, Fraxium, and Motor City Machine Guns. Let's get this shit popping.
Hey, mind you. The Raw Tag Team Champions don't even walk around with their belts.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
Who the fuck? Oh, my God. It's the fucking Usos.
You didn't. That's how bad it is, bro.
Even the Usos.
Don't remember.
Bro, we had the Usos and the New Day holding tag team titles, not defending them. That's not the people. That's the booking.
And why is Grayson Waller still with the fucking New Day, bro?
He should be
like,
a hard deal.
Why was he even there in the first place? Like, I still I see him on my timeline with the New Day
because Austin Theory got hurt.
Yeah.
Thank God we pulled the trigger.
Poor Grayson Waller, bro. He won moments away from getting cut.
He's not wearing the same gear no more either.
He 1 second away from getting cut, bro. He ain't in a bad spot.
I saw a picture on X match with somebody on main event. He's wearing like New Day gear.
It's crazy that Kid Wilson figured a way. That's how you know. Kid Wilson figured a way to make himself relevant without his tag team partner. Meanwhile, Grayson Waller, who I thought could be a Conor McGregor type figure for WWE, the way he could talk, is stuck in catering, bro. It's crazy.
It's just the way that these guys like manage to use it's not even just like the entrance and the presence and the eating, whatever it is. It's also like their usage of social media. Like when that Kit Wilson song hit, everybody and their mother was like, "Oh, this is it's the Joe Hendry effect."
Yep.
It doesn't matter how you are in the ring. I care about you before you step foot in there.
Right. When Kit Wilson music hit, I'm not gonna lie, I was here with it.
I was doing it.
Me too.
And then you could see it even like Johnny Gargano. Listen, big Johnny Gargano fan here. Like he's trying. His little laying flat thing. Like
people are starting to care.
He went live on Twitch for hours, just laying there. Like he's trying to
that's what you gotta do, bro. That's it's
dedication, bro.
That's the kind of thing that gets the people. Like I don't want to sound like a grandfather here, but like the new generation, the kids. That's the kind of stuff that they're gonna gravitate to.
But it's crazy.
Like
we say all of this, and you're so right, Truth, and we're seeing it happen. But it blows my mind that this is what they're doing. They're okay. We see the wrestler succeeding, but the crazy thing is, you had a wrestler doing it with great storytelling with Cross. Like, it blows my fucking mind.
It blows
Like,
my mind
I don't
because
get
like
that.
we could say this all we want. We could say, oh, you got to get yourself over. You got to have a catchphrase. You got to have the people care. But at the end of the day, only 1% of those people are actually going to get like proper pushes. And I'm not even just talking about titles, bro. I'm talking about just meaningful storylines that
Stuff on
people
TV.
care and actually look like legit, like Hoopers. Like, do you really think Kit Wilson is going to be anything in a year? Do you really think, for real, as over as he's about to be, do you really think Danhausen is going to be anything in a year? You really think Trick Williams is going to be anything in a year? Like, realistically, the pattern that we've seen, especially with LA Knight, they
I
don't
think one of them
capitalize
will.
on this.
I think one of them will.
Only, again, 1%.
Yeah.
1%. And it might be Trick. It
That's
might
the-
be
yeah,
Trick. He might
that's
be the
one.
only one who actually gets a proper push. Johnny Gargano, cool. He's going to have the little storyline. He's going to be depressed. He's going to be taking losses. Kit Wilson's going to be taking losses. Danhausen going to be taking losses. Joe Hendry, he's going to be over for a year. Going to be taking losses. Like, very rarely in this day and age do we see the guys who are actually over get actual proper pushes. Like, I'm not even talking about main events. I'm not even talking about titles. I'm just talking about being properly presented. Like, not taking losses, not looking
No,
like a
that's
fucking
fair.
loser every week.
And that goes back to what we were talking about winning matters to our conversation about Bray. I think Trick will be the one that will get the pushes and the wins because we see he's being protected now. I think Danhausen it's okay for him to be a jobber because we need a comedy character. But for Kid Wilson, it's like, damn, bro, I don't know what you do. Like you said, in a year.
I think he's their new comedy character. Because
You think Kid Wilson's a
this
comedy
is
actor?
like the second time his partner then got hurt. Like the second time. I love Pretty Deadly as a tag team. I actually think they're really, really good. But like the fact that Kit Wilson is doing something without him, let me know, okay, they're probably over it. But like last thing I'll say, like just kind of to my effect too, even after Black and Gold, the NXT Women's Division was still arguably the best division in the world. With them and AEW, when AEW actually started to care, their divisions were the top two in the world, right? Slightly followed by TNA, but you can look up and down that women's roster. JC Jane, I will give them credit. I didn't think her title reign would be as long and as good as it was. I for sure thought she was a transitional
Hooper,
champion.
bro.
So I will give them because I
JC
never thought JC Jane was bad, and she's been there since Mandy Rose.
Yep.
JC Jane been in NXT for a minute. So
I would have thought she'd have been the one from that group to make it because I thought Gigi Dolan was fine.
Literally. I know nothing against JC, bro. She would have been the third on the list for me.
Right. And so I will give them credit because when she won it, I thought she was definitely a North American title girl.
Yep.
I didn't think she was going to be the women's leader. With all them heavy hitters they had down there,
yeah,
I will give them their credit because they've made it work. It's actually been really enjoyable. But her, Lola Vice, Jada Parker, Stephanie when she was down there, Julie when she was down there, Roxanne. That's 6 people. Tiffany, Lyra. That's seven, 8 people I didn't name that all seem credible. And we ain't even got to like the Kalani Jordans, the Blake Monroes who's there now, Ruka, Zarya, Fallon Henley was a good little.
Tatum's fucking Hooper, bro.
Like that's what 11, 12 women that they built all at the same time with 2 titles technically to fight over because there's no tag division.
Yeah, there's none.
There's no tag division anymore. Right, so you have all that going. That's one 2-hour TV show a week, not 2 or 3 hours. That's 1 2-hour TV show a week with only 2 titles to fight for, and they've managed to make all these people on the list. Thea Hale, right, Thea Hale. Like there's 12, 13 people on this roster that we didn't name. That if they all went, okay, maybe not all, 7 of them can win the NXT Women's title, and I wouldn't think it was a bad idea. I'd be like, okay, cool, that makes sense. All 13 of them can be a singles champion, and I wouldn't be tripping.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other ones you didn't name outside the 7.
So it's so frustrating that you literally have a company that is stationed out of Florida that has the same branding you do, that seem to understand how to get it right. The only thing they're struggling with right now is just the lack of talent that are credible. I'm sorry, The Lock, that 2K character, I'm never going to believe.
Bro, so
Jasper Troy, I will never believe him.
So
as an actual threat.
The NXT men's division is bad right now.
It's pretty bad, bro.
And that's why they don't want to bring up Ricky and that's why they're not bringing up Ricky and Eva because it's
they got involved though. They got Sean and they got who else coming up?
Oh,
they got Jackson
my boy
Drake coming up.
Cappuccino Jones.
Cappuccino, yeah. So they got some hoopers coming up, but I will say NXT if you what I was talking about earlier is like these guys can be over, but they're not going to do anything in a year's time. One thing I will give NXT credit for is that anyone who's doing well and like you can see their development and their growth, especially with the fans, like they will reward that. Tatum Paxley is a great example. JC James, another great example. Vince Sinclair, just I know it's a speed tournament, but that's another great example as well. Like they will reward you. Izzy Dame as well. They will reward you if you are over, if you are consistently putting on good matches, you're consistently having the crowd chant your name and be invested in your matches. They will eventually reward you. Like this, it's not just like we're going to have a rotation of guys or girls like the main roster does. Like, oh, we got Roman, we got Cody, we got Punk, we got Rhea Ripley. Yeah, it's like no, we got all these other people, and we will reward you in due time. Fucking Joe Hendry got rewarded for being over. That's the one great thing about NXT that the main roster cannot do. And I will put it on Triple H like 95%. I think the other 5% is TKO. I think TKO looks at people. They look at them as dollar signs, and they look at.
I'm sure they tell Triple H who they want to be pushed.
Yeah,
you know?
and they're like, it's all about how much money you can make TKO. And at the end of the day, certain people aren't going to make TKO the amount of money. But at the same time, Triple H, you're still booking the show, so it's still your fault. Do better. Which
is funny enough, I think the TKO factor is going to be why I think we see Oba, Trick, and Javon win at Mania because they see dollar signs with them.
Exactly.
And those guys, and look at how they're being pushed. Like Trick isn't taking a loss. Like Javon, they're keeping him against guys that he can beat right now until it's time. Same thing with Oba. Like they see that
they gave Oba Brock. That's when I was like, okay, cool.
Got money behind them.
Yeah, they see money.
They told
they see money.
These three guys better be used at Mania. I don't give a fuck what else you do, but these three guys better be used and win.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's gonna happen. My bad, bro. I'm just gonna make one last point before I get.
You're good.
But I do want to say, like, the whole thing with Oba, Trick, and Javon is that WWE clearly does see just the importance of these guys. It's sad they don't see it with a lot of other people, but their over-reliance on Cody and Roman and Punk is definitely hurting the men's division way more than helping it, but they just see the dollar signs in those guys too. Mm-hmm. But the thing is with Oba is there's something different about him. Like, and I mean, you want to talk about physique, presence, you could talk about anything. There have been plenty of guys who have had great physiques, plenty of guys who have had great presence, but there is something about Oba Femi that I just don't understand. He is better than everything I've ever watched. Anytime he's on my screen, I literally couldn't care less about any other company, any other wrestler. This is the guy I care about. And bro, it's not just me. It's not just y'all. It's everybody. Even Brock, who I can't stand, sees it in Oba. This man said, put your foot on my chest.
I was shocked.
There's not a chance. Now, Brock's a freaky guy, but there is not a chance that there is not a chance that Brock Lesnar would be asking somebody else to do something like that unless this man saw the talent, the peaks that this guy is going to have. I genuinely believe Oba Femi might not be a 10, 15-time champion, but he will be, if it's 5, he will have 5 title reigns that are going to be like 500 days. And then he's going to take time off, and that's how he's going to lose the title. Like, this man,
when he put that foot on Brock, I was like, what the hell?
Exactly.
The only hard thing about, you mentioned earlier before when we were talking about Brock, it's like he has a blessing and a curse. Like he knows and understands his value, but he doesn't give it to everybody though. You know, it's very selective.
I'm sorry, I do got a dip. This was awesome. I will absolutely hop on another week for sure. It's been awesome talking to you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, Peace out, boys.
We'll probably wrap up here soon as well. But like I said, Brock has a stigma to him where like he understands how valuable he can be, but he just doesn't give that rub to everybody. You know what I mean? Like there's times when you feel like he cares, and then there are times when you feel like he doesn't care. And that's where it's very hard to balance with Lesnar. You never know what you're going to get. This Oba match, I'm still not really sold on it. I still don't know if he's really going to win. And I don't know how great the match is going to be because every time for the last many years, we saw Brock match up with, a Samoa Joe, a Braun Strowman, or Omos, or Bobby Lashley, like people who were like opposing threats to him. The matches, they weren't good. The hype was good, but the matches were never good. And then he ended up beating most of them with like one finisher. So I'm not really sure. I want to believe that they see dollar signs in Oba, and I want to believe they're actually going to utilize him, and he's going to be in a nice proper spot for the future. But WWE, you never really know, bro. Like it's hard to really tell sometimes.
Well, the only thing I'll say when it comes to Triple H, now that he's the one booking the show, there isn't too many times in a Triple H book show I felt like the decision was wrong. The match might have been mid or underwhelming, but really, other than LA Knight for real, like consistently with LA Knight, there isn't many times I think, oh, that's the wrong decision, or ooh, that's a bad move, right? Like, me personally, I would have rather them do the Fatal 4-Way and then tell Cody and Randy later on, like going forward, right? To build in SummerSlam. That's how I would have done it. But I don't think Cody winning to set up this feud was a wrong decision. It's just wondering what I wouldn't have done, right? He also, obviously, he has to deal with Seth getting injured, then Braun and Bronson Reed getting injured. Like, there's things that are working. But, like, there's not too many times since he's taken over that I feel like he's made the wrong decision. And I think that's what's kind of giving him his grace as far as this. Now, what he does with people after, right? That's kind of where it is. Because Gunther, look where he's fallen.
Yeah, what is Gunther doing?
I just realized. Has Gunther been on the show the last 2 weeks?
No, he has not. And he does not have a match at Mania. They haven't set up nothing. And I think it's because Rey Mysterio.
So wait, he didn't go after Dragon Lee afterwards?
He did.
He was supposed rumors where he was supposed to fight Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio got hurt.
The Rey Mysterio got hurt. Facts. But like
So
outside of that Dragon Lee match,
Mania match?
because I think he was gonna retire. He was supposed to retire Ray, I think.
That's dumb. That should be
stupid, bro.
That should be dumb.
That should be dumb, bro.
Come on. Okay, so
literally,
I might take back what I just said, but for the most part.
But I will say what me and Malik said, it is rumored and like that's dirt sheet shit. So I don't know if Rey Mysterio is gonna retire. So I don't want to put that on him because I do agree Dom should be the one.
Just give this nigga fucking Conan, bro.
Bro, Conan don't have no.
Yeah, right now there's
Conan
like
in the hospital.
There's certain people right now that might not be on Mania. Like, Gunther is one of them.
Gunther is the top.
And it's kind of involved in stuff with like Division and the Usos, but he don't really got a clear match. Don't got a clear match right now.
This is why honestly they should have just waited till Mania.
Honestly, you know what? The thing is, they're waiting to see with Braun Breaker because it's dirt sheet reported right now that Braun Breaker will be back for Mania, so that'll be Seth versus them. But then is it the Usos versus fucking Logan and
it is
Austin? Yeah. Well, then what does that leave for LA? You're right, LA doesn't have shit either.
I will be honest. If you're not going to have Gunther in a high-profile match, don't put him on the fucking card. Because I feel like if you put him like a versus Penta for the IC title, like for like him versus Penta by himself, I think you could cook if it wasn't for the title. Because like you could have Gunther on this mission to destroy the culture of Lucha Libre, which he could go to AAA and take the title there. Like he could do a whole bunch of stuff, but take the IC title, and I don't know. So I feel like. If you're not going to have a match for Gunther, keep him off the card.
Honestly,
like,
bro, at this point, because I believe that your biggest star's got to be on WrestleMania, bro. You got to put your biggest star. You got to find something for them to do. Like,
well, he doesn't have to have a match.
Even if
you
have the 2-3 minute match, bro,
you have the Hall of Fame ceremony, and he's a legend. He's a career ender, so
you could have him.
You literally have him fuck that up.
Like Gunther's a wrestler, man. I want to see him wrestle.
You could have him choke out AJ Styles.
If I was honestly, bro, I mean, choking out AJ would be cool though. That'd be cool. But
or you can take out Stephanie. Would be crazy.
He
gonna choke out Triple H and Gorilla next time.
If he chokes out AJ Styles, you could do an impromptu.
Get that pacemaker going.
Like, hey, that's not bad. You could do an impromptu AJ Styles match at Mania, have him choke him out at the Hall of Fame. I'm not mad at that.
Looking at all your options, because all your top stars are pretty much kind of booked, like solidified. It's like, we know what they're gonna do now, so it's already kind of set in stone. If I was them, honestly, now, bro, I'm just telling Jelly Roll, you taking a 2-minute L, bro. You getting your ass beat by Gunther, bro.
By Gunther?
Going out there, you gonna cut a nice little promo,
in the career of Jelly Roll,
and then you get packed up, bro.
Hey, Jelly Roll could be talking. Gunther could say, "Nah, bro, get the fuck out my ring," and just slap him around in the face.
Gunther gonna come out and be like, "We don't need people like you in my business.
This is not sports entertainment. I've killed it with John Cena. That would be hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Or you can do Snoop Dogg.
Damn, you want to pack up Snoop?
Oh, you know what they should do? You know what they should
I think
do?
you're about to say it.
Back up who?
They should bring back Shane and just have him pack up Shane once and for all, bro. Just have him. Hey, my ACL's fine. Gunther's like, cool. I'm gonna take the other one, bro.
Shane wouldn't be if Shane still had some presence to him. That wouldn't be a bad option.
Yeah, I don't know. I just it's so tough because again, I say it all the time. Even though I'm not in that room, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's an easy thing to do. It can't be that hard because as we talked about with NXT, a lot of these people, like when Braun Breaker lost that title, he was in NXT for another year or so.
Yep.
We thought, oh, he's clearly going to mirror.
Yeah.
He was in NXT for another year and did meaningful stuff.
The War
During
Dogs
that
run was
year.
fire. His
Von
War Dogs run
Wagner.
was fire, yeah.
And then
Baron
did the
Corbin.
War Dog stuff. Like
Yep.
he did.
That was fire, though.
That was
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, that was fire.
That shit was
I
That
feel
was
like
fire.
there's
That
certain-
could.
I don't know. I just feel like you got to figure out certain stuff with certain people for WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like even if you got to figure out a plan B, certain people just have to be on the show. You know, like you're paying money to go see certain people, and you're a big part. Especially if I was WWE, realistically, what I would have done, I would have really tried to talk AJ into retiring at Mania. Like I
Yeah,
would
that's
have.
what they
For
should.
sure.
Yeah, that's what I said. AJ
For
shouldn't.
sure.
AJ should have just.
I mean,
did
I
this
get why he
WrestleMania.
retired at the Rumble because it was, that's where he debuted, and I mean, it's his career, so he has the right to go out how he wants. But if I was Triple H, I would have tried to be like, look, man.
Oh yeah, not War Dogs, Wolf Dogs.
Wolf Dogs.
I would have tried to like persuade AJ, like if this is what you really want to do,
It would have been
we'll do
hard
it.
too,
But,
bro.
like,
At the All Hall
no,
of
we got-
Fame,
we got-
Gunther could have came out, slapped.
I'm
his
still in my
ass.
back,
yeah,
bro.
I would have been like, I would have told AJ, like, if this is what you want to do, because you debuted at the Rumble, it's your career. If this is how you want to go out, cool. But like, Mania around the corner, you know what I'm saying? If you retire to Gunther, you know what I'm saying? That helps it better, you know.
And then,
That's what
that could have been a night. That could have been a night one thing. Night two, he could have came out. Oh, and then boom, hey, you in the Hall of Fame too now, brother. Same thing. Like that could have been a good moment. Like all that. So
It would have been fire. Hey, real quick, because the comments mentioned it, and I think it might happen. Tom Brady at WrestleMania? Like, they really pushing it, bro. Logan Paul is really out here trying to get a Tom Brady match at WrestleMania.
I mean, Logan
I
Paul,
see. So this is what I'm
Logan
thinking.
Paul literally just apologized for intercepting Jalen Hurts and sacking him and say, "Hey, if you get traded now, it's my fault and I'm sorry." So I mean,
I don't think
he's pushing for something.
I don't think Tom Brady's gonna have a match.
You don't think so?
But I think there's
Lawrence Taylor 2.0, bro. You don't think?
something is telling me though. I don't
Drunk?
think it'll be a match. I don't think it'll be a match, but something is telling me that they're gonna do so. Because he owns some type of.
He owns the Raiders
So
in Las Vegas, yeah.
something is telling me because I for sure I wasn't exactly like sure what was happening at first, but then I saw the little press conference like for the flag football game, and
And that wasn't the first time. That was the second or third.
I saw like the little promo they had. I'm like, oh yeah, they definitely this is a work, bro. Like they setting something up or they teasing something for Mania. I don't know. Maybe Tom Brady comes out and he costs them the tag match Mania or something. I don't know what it'll be, but I think they're setting something up with him being there. I would say yes.
Especially since it's in Vegas. It's in the Raiders Stadium. Tom Brady owns it. This is
And
the
Gronk
third.
has ties with WWE too. So.
Yep. And this is the third time. The first time was Tom Brady saying something. Logan wasn't even there. This was on Jimmy Fallon. Second time it was on Colin Cowherd's show after Logan said something. And now the third time, the press conference. There's no way this ain't a work.
That's kind of crazy though that Brady will be the good guy.
Yeah.
Helping Logan Paul when you just badmouth our sport. Like, oh yeah, let's give Brady this big pop.
And Brady
because
calling wrestling fake? Like,
yeah, he
used to be
calling
the
it
bad
cute.
guy.
Like, nah, bro, have someone fuck him up. Have Gunther choke his ass out, bro. Like, what? Come on, dog.
Hey, if Gunther choked out Brady, that'd be hard. That'd be hard.
You know how many people would eat that shit up, bro? People would be so happy, bro. Everybody.
And that
in
might
the
turn
world.
Gunther babyface, bro. Choking out Tom Brady. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think they're setting something up with him being there. They're like involved somehow in some way. Like I don't know exactly what it is. I don't think it'll be a match though for sure. I'm like, nah, he ain't stepping in that
He'll
ring.
probably have a spot with somebody.
Yeah, he
bro.
might
Brady-
slap
hey,
Logan Paul.
Brady
cost
gonna
him
be the new
titles.
anonymous GM of Raw when Gunther take out Adam Pearce. He gonna be the new
Nah,
anonymous GM of Raw.
imagine if they had the guest host era these days, bro.
Oh my
that'd be nuts.
god!
That'd be nuts.
People would, and you know what's crazy? Back then though, it wasn't like all that bad. Some of the guest hosts, like you could tell, weren't real fans because they would come
Al
out.
Sharpton, bro.
They would come out and like botch words and like they would mispronounce like certain things, but like the ones who actually cared, like they were
Oh,
pretty-
so
wonder
that was
cares.
Nikki Bella promo.
Kai Cenat would have been a guest host.
Bro, he definitely would have been guest. Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
bro.
It'd have been people like that. Bro.
Speed,
Lilo
Kai
Yachty.
Cenat.
it'd have been the streamers. Yeah, it'd have been the streamers.
All the the viral sensations.
But back
bro,
then, though, like they had some pretty good ones. Like Bob Barker was fun.
Bob Barker was fire,
That was
bro.
wild.
So fire, bro. Cedric the Entertainment was good.
Yeah, they
forgot.
had some good
Shaq.
ones, like when you had the ones that came out there and they were like mispronouncing like words or like didn't know super
Yeah.
like
They should have Bam out of bio host.
Hey,
Hey,
get him now.
hey.
You could
Snoop
get
Dogg
Damn,
was
Zay.
on the
I
street.
understand now.
That was I actually did like that.
Imagine if LeBron was the GM or the anonymous.
Oh.
Le GM.
Well, I don't know. They're going to cost a lot of. It's going to cost a lot of money to get Braun on there, bro.
Hey man, TKO got the money.
If I'm paying for Braun to show up, bro, we got to get a match, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, you know
yeah,
what's,
for sure.
You know what's crazy? TKO would pay for some shit like that. TKO's paying all this crazy shit. Meanwhile, UFC fighters not getting no money. No money. Dana White keeping them niggas poor.
Yeah, who cares about
Wait,
UFC?
Dana White don't own the company no more, though. That's
Oh,
the
true.
Yeah, who cares about UFC anyways, right?
Yeah, bro, I feel
Damn.
so bad for them UFC dudes.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, someone
I'm
said
interested
put me
to
in
see what-
WWE and pack Sammy up. Don't worry, Aleister Black already did the job for me. We good.
Bro,
We good.
it's crazy.
Aleister
Aleister
Black
Black low-key got the Karrion Kross storyline.
That's what I'm
What
saying,
are,
bro.
all right, so
Shut the fuck up. No way. That's kind of crazy.
to backtrack onto the WrestleMania time, what is if you guys had to pick one, what is some of your favorite WrestleMania moments?
Oof. Oof.
Firefly Funhouse.
Oof. Yeah,
It's definitely up there.
that's a good one.
Firefly
was
Funhouse?
crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
I'll say some of my favorite moments. I'd definitely say the cash in, Seth Rollins cash in. That was pretty
Fire.
wild.
Fire.
I would say honestly just Rock versus Cena, bro. The fact that
Yeah.
that like happened was
Yeah.
like that's
That
like
was a big, that was a
that's
big
like,
deal.
that's like peak childhood. That's still the biggest match WWE's had. Like there hasn't been anything that has been able to come close to that still to this day. Like
Bro,
because they haven't done Roman Reigns and The Rock yet, but like
Yeah.
that, right? Like the fact they did a whole year build, like, and you just knew like we're gonna see this. Like I remember, like I watched that pay per view in real time, and like this is really happening, bro. Like
Moment wise, Kofi Mania seeing a black WWE champion
yeah.
was hard.
That was fire.
That was dope. And I'm gonna just say moment wise because it was funny, but the way The Rock was just talking in that tag match with Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth, like you will not count.
Yeah.
It was just a good like when I think of moments, I'm thinking of shit like
Yeah.
that. So Rock's antics in that match was great.
I do wish more wrestlers had the ability to have freedom like that. You know what I mean?
Talk in the ring,
Like,
yes.
He's like, he's like, yeah, you know, just like saying the most random things, like "fuck you," you know what I mean? Like,
Fuck you,
like
you better not tap.
everybody can do
You
that.
better
you
not
feel me?
count. Don't fucking count.
Yeah, not everybody can do that. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
I wish more wrestlers had that freedom to be able to.
Like Roman's the only other one I think that can do stuff like that because Cody doesn't even do that, which is wild. He should.
Nah, he's
there's
too
certain people
cookie
can do it,
cutter.
Like, you know, if Randy Orton would have drop an F-bomb, name him like,
Yeah.
Jacob literally did it all SmackDown. Jacob like said "fuck that" like 10 times.
Oh yeah,
And when they actually caught it on the mic, they bleeped it out like every
Yeah,
single time.
try finding that nigga, bro.
I wish you would. Hey, you wanna watch that cursing? Man, what?
Nigga, what? I'm gonna say, nigga, what?
What's
Fuck that.
what are some of the moments that you guys had? You guys was it cash in?
I think also this is just a me personal favorite of mine. Damian Priest cashing in because I told all of you niggas that's exactly how they was gonna do it, and nobody would.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
That's when that was the first time I gave Triple H my script, and he did it word for word, bar for bar. That's a personal favorite.
don't hate me, G. I'm gonna go Sami Zayn winning the tag titles.
No, that was fine.
That was a great moment.
Yeah, I'm still a Sami fan. He's not my favorite anymore, but at the time he was my favorite wrestler for like almost 10 years at that point. So seeing him win, I actually I like cried. I was like, finally, like because that nigga was a joke.
Wait, how did you feel about Sammy Gunther then? Did you? It's funny you said the tag match, but didn't say Sammy beating Gunther because I'm gonna know if that's your favorite.
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Chad Gable. I was happy for Sammy. I was like, okay, good for you. I'm glad you broke. You broke two big, like you ended 2 long title reigns.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also like, did he really need this? Like it should have been Chad Gable. But I mean, nonetheless, it was still a good moment.
And I think the reason why I think I was off Sammy more wasn't just that he won. I felt like it should have been Chad, but how they handled it after, I'm like that easily could have been Chad.
100%.
If you were just gonna feed him the Braun Breaker that easily could have been Chad Gable, and I would have believed it.
I guess they
Or
think
like-
that Sammy gives Braun more credibility than Chad, but I don't agree with that. But I guess that's the reasoning
Probably.
that they would use.
I never believed it was gonna be Chad Gable. I said that on the pod. I was like, I don't think they're giving that to Chad Gable, bro. I don't think they look at him like that.
Yeah, I guess that just goes back to my whole like you got to give people opportunities to see if they can do it. Like you ain't got to do it every year, but like that should have been Chad Gable's moment.
Yep.
Right.
Certain people you could just tell like they value certain people certain ways. And I'm like, I mean, Chad Gable a good wrestler. I don't think they see him like, that's why he's wearing that mask right now. Allegedly. I don't think they look at him like the way certain fans.
And he needs to take it off because that other nigga with the mask is much better. Let me just say.
In Mexico, for sure. In Mexico, yeah, he kissing babies. In Mexico.
Ludwig is killing it.
Yeah,
bro, he's the most over guy they got right now, bro. That's crazy.
He's literally Dom. He's gonna be Dom.
Yeah, they can keep him as the El Grande, and then you can take Rio and Bravo and take them away. Take them niggas away. That's
Rio and Bravo cooking too, bro.
No, bro, you don't understand. They love Rio and Bravo.
Cooking ice, bro. Cooking fucking ice, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit, bro.
Over in AAA, bro. I swear to God.
El Grande's over, bro. I'm telling you, El Grande's over. You take them niggas out, bro. No one will care, bro. They just care about El Grande. They do not care about.
Just bring. Hey, look. Here's your 6-man at WrestleMania. You have El Grande Americano, Rio and Bravo versus OG Americano, and numero dos, the Creeds.
La Creeds.
Bro, they did the
Creeds. La Creeds.
La Creed brothers.
So
La Creeds.
Where are they at?
Numero dos.
Catering. They should be fighting for the tag championships. They're too good.
The Creeds are so nice too, bro.
Bro, I saw a clip of I think it's Julius, the skinnier one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he had like somebody in like
you talking about the power bomb and the
on one hand though.
Yeah, bro.
Like one arm.
And they got them niggas in catering.
They're so good, man.
And Ivy Nile, like they're not doing shit, bro.
Ivy getting more love than them right now. At least she's doing something.
She can't cut a promo, but she's dope.
She can hoop.
She can hoop. Just don't give her a mic. She can hoop.
All right. Well, for WrestleMania, what are do you guys have like any go-to matches that you go back and rewatch? Like 3 matches, like 3 go-to matches. Like I can go back and rewatch these right now.
Definitely Sean, Kurt, 21. That's always got to rewatch that.
Edge Foley at Mania, I rewatched.
Ooh, classic, bro. That shit's
Edge
so
Foley?
fire.
Yeah,
Shit's so fire, bro. Literally fire.
I would say if I had to pick 3.
Bam Bam Bigelow, Lawrence Taylor. No, I'm playing.
No, true. So if I had to pick 3 like matches, let me see. If I had to pick 3 WrestleMania matches that I could go back and rewatch, I've talked about this many times, bro. I don't think y'all understand how much I really love this match, bro. Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior, bro. That shit is so gas to me. I've gone back and rewatched that so many times. I would say Austin and Brett, the submission match, just beautiful storytelling.
Great.
And I'd say End of an Era, bro. Those are probably the 3 that I like. I've gone back and rewatched so many times where it's like the stories, the moments, everything like that defines WrestleMania to me.
Yeah.
All right, I got my 3. I got, like I said, Edge versus Foley at Mania. Love that match with Lita and the flame table. Everything about it, I love. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, the ladder match at WrestleMania 10. I love that match. She's like Shawn and Razor too. Like Razor is a great in-ring storyteller, and he doesn't get the credit for that. Like the Clique, they knew how to tell in-ring stories outside of Kevin Nash. Don't know what happened with him, but everybody else, they had it cooking.
Torch got too much.
And then I got Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 19, I believe. Yeah, 19. That's the 3rd match. I love all 3 of those matches, and Shawn literally does no wrong at Mania.
I'm gonna go. Like I said, Sean, Kurt.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna give End of an Era love because of that story. Actually, no, I'm gonna give Sean Taker because it's a shorter match, and if I'm just going based off of replay value, like stuff I will frequently rewatch because it's shorter, and I still enjoy the story because that End of an Era is almost like 50 minutes. That's a long ass match. And if I gotta go like an oldie, I'm gonna go Macho Man Ric Flair from WrestleMania 8.
Nice.
Fire match. Can't go wrong with that one, or Piper Brett. You can't go wrong with those 2.
Yo, Piper Brett, super underrated.
Very underrated.
Brett's really good.
Very good.
The ending too, when Roddy Piper like goes to the heel turn.
Yeah,
he doesn't. Yeah, it's fire.
For me, it would be WrestleMania 49 2, end of an era, and then if I'm honest with myself, it's probably Rock Cena the first time. That was such a I'll watch the entire build over. Like I think it's on YouTube where it's like every single promo they had. Other than the Rock concert and like I didn't care for the Rock concert. I hate his Rock concert.
I like the Rock concert.
I don't like the Rock concert.
As a kid, I loved that.
Rock concert.
But other than that, I don't like his Rock concerts.
Especially back then.
You don't like the Hollywood Rock concert, bro? Like the original one, not the new one.
Oh yeah, the original one. I mean, that one was better, but like I've never been a fan of them. Like
he had some really good ones. The one against Vicky too. That shit was.
That was funny. That shit. I was 13-year-old. I was 12, and I was laughing my ass off, bro. That shit was funny. He said, I can't cuss, just baby. Let me watch my mouth. Let me watch my mouth.
I got the headphones on. He can't hear.
Baby G.
So far, how y'all feeling about? Y'all still feel the same about the main event for night 2? Y'all still think it's gonna be Roman and Punk, or y'all leaning more towards Cody and Randy?
Oh, I'm
You're old, bro. You're old, bro. Like so, that's what we're doing.
That shit was so ass.
Nate, you wanna. So look, I'm not gonna say it wasn't ass because when he said that, I was like, what? I'm going to explain what I think they're trying to do, even though it doesn't justify that it's trash. I just want to make sure I'm clear about that. It doesn't justify that it's trash, but here's what I think they're trying to do. I think CM Punk, because he said it like 6 times. I'm in your head, Roman. I'm in your head. He said that 6 times this past Monday and like 3 times the week before. I think the point of this was to show, oh, you're saying you're in my head, but all it took was me to talk about how old you look. Because I think a big criticism about CM Punk in his WWE run is he looks gassed in his matches. He doesn't look as clean. You could tell the age is catching up with him. I think Roman was trying to be like, oh, you say I'm in your head. You talked about my father, and it didn't faze me. Like, it didn't faze me, but me talking about how you're old and all the other stuff underlying made you want to punch me in the face. So who's really in whose head? I know he had that promo after Raw, but I haven't watched it. I just know he did one after Raw. I think that's what they're trying to convey.
Yeah.
Which that part is fine. How they executed it was atrocious.
Trash.
So the concept is totally fine. You know, Roman Reigns is proving that he has the mental edge over CM Punk and that CM Punk's not really in control here. That's cool. But the first two promo segments that we had off rip, just bar none, were personal. He said he hated him. Straight up, I'm fighting at WrestleMania because I hate your guts and I'm taking the title. Then he said he's going to bury him next to his father. You're like, what the hell? Like, oh, that's
if I
crazy.
hate you, then like
now you're thinking Roman
that.
Reigns. All right, Roman Reigns gonna come back with the fire. He's gonna say something crazy, you know, like you're old. That's what triggered you. Is you're old? And you know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of, and what I'm gonna say here, just hear me out. It reminded me of when Triple H was refusing to fight the Undertaker at WrestleMania, right? And Triple H's like, nah, man, I can't do it. Like, you know, if we do this, you know, I got to put you down, and you're the last of the era. And he's calling Triple H a coward and all this stuff. And the one line to get Triple H to finally snap, Shawn Michaels is better than you. Oh, well, now it's over now. I'm fighting you.
How dare you?
His ego is so massive.
That
one line, not him getting called a coward. Not him talking about that, you know, your wife wears the pants in the family, whatever. It was that Shawn Michaels is better than you.
Retired Shawn Michaels, by the way.
That's what set Triple H over.
Bro, and you know what's even funnier, bro? Taker doubled down on that shit, and then Triple H looking at Shawn was pissed like he was fighting him at Mania. I was like, nigga, your match is against Taker. Why are you mad at Shawn, bro? And Shawn was smiling. Shawn was like, oh, that's funny. Like Triple H was like about to beat his ass. Like, that was fighting Taker.
That to me was like, that's all it took for Undertaker to get the match at Mania again? Was it him to just say Shawn Michaels was better than him? Like, that's all it took. Like, literally, Triple H walked away at the ramp, and then he said, Shawn's better than you. He walks back down the ramp.
Takes his suit off, his tie off.
Takes the suit off, and he said, all right, you want it? WrestleMania, but we're only doing it Hell in a Cell. I'm like, what?
Push him like Hell in a Cell, bro.
But just understand, when we do this, I know what I have to do now. I need to end you.
Like, all right, bro.
Like, that's the one line. That's how that Roman line felt, was like,
Yes, 1,000%. And then to add to that, it's like what the comments are saying. It's what Nate said. Roman's 41, CM Punk's 47.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying,
he's not
bro.
that much older than him. Like,
That's why I said
I agree
that's why I
with,
said the
with
execution
G.
is horrible.
You could have did the head thing, but I'm gonna go back to what me and Malik was pitching.
Pause, nigga.
Oh, pause. Yeah, pause. You go get a fake urn and you say, I got your dog's ashes, nigga. And then when CM Punk goes to get it, it's empty. It's fake in your head. Like, you could have done a bunch of different things to fuck with that nigga, but calling him old is trash. That was trash.
Yeah, I felt like I don't know. That
That would have been
that wasn't good
fire.
enough. That wasn't good enough to
Not at
escalate
all.
the feud further.
It's like they're telling the story in reverse.
Like right now, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, the way I'm feeling, I'm more into the Cody and Randy stuff right now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's more layered.
There's more stuff
more layers to
there.
it.
There's more substance there.
Like even though Cody wasn't on SmackDown, the Randy
He shouldn't
promo
have been.
was cool, and then the stuff he did to Matt Cardona. So like I'm expecting next week, like Cody.
I'm glad
Cody-
Cody
even
wasn't
though-
there. What he should be selling the fact that he just got a concerto on some steel
Yeah.
steps. You
Right,
should not
right.
be at work the
I
next
think
week.
next
right
next week, what I expect when Cody is there, he might cut a little promo here and there, but like I'm expecting him to like
Go for blood,
be
yeah.
intense and be serious. Like, all right, this is what's happening.
Get the Glock.
This is what we doing.
Yep. Time. Get
Arn
the
Anderson.
Anderson,
Give him
yeah.
That's
that-
kind of what I'm expecting with Roman
And Randy
Reigns, I
shouldn't be
understand.
there. You don't have Randy there. To your
Ooh.
point, you could have Cody walking around looking, and y'all brought up Arn Anderson. Let Randy be there to fuck somebody up that Cody loves. He's not there. Cody's in the thing calling for Randy to come. You look at the screen, and Randy's either fucking up Arn Anderson, Brandy, somebody.
Pharaoh.
Like Pharaoh the dog. Is
I'm not
somebody.
lying. If Randy does not RKO Brandy in this, I'm gonna be so upset.
Yeah, that's an L. I'm agreeing.
He got
I
to.
agree.
He got to.
If you can do it to Beth Phoenix, you can do it to Brandy. Rhodes.
Facts. Facts.
For me, he got to do something worse than that, bro. It's not enough.
He gotta.
Yeah.
I think if you really like,
How far are you trying to go?
he really gotta.
If they really
He-
trying to get him to get, if they're really trying to get him hated, he got to kick her in the head, bro.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
to
he really gotta punt her.
yeah.
He's got to punt her. He's got to punt Arn. He's got to put Matt. Like him and Matt need to have a match, and he need to beat like
Matt ass,
he need
yes.
to beat the fuck out of Matt. Like indie death guy. Like you like I'm talking bleeding
blood.
buckets.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Like have because Matt used to that. Matt probably gonna be like, yes, please. Like I want to
If they
do
want
that.
to do
Thank
something
you.
diabolical, if they want to do something diabolical, Randy could go to Dusty's grave or something, bro.
So,
Like,
yeah,
something
piss
crazy.
on his grave.
Piss on his
Let's
grave,
go.
bro.
Honestly, I would do a segment where like he's like have him like cut a promo by Dusty's grave, like he's sitting next to the grave talking to like
Yeah, with that little still
It's like I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like I'm sorry that I gotta do it. Like
talking to, because you know what, somebody, and I truly hope this is true. Whoever came up with this theory, I can't remember where I saw it from, but I pray to God this is true. I saw somebody put out that because everybody's speculating like who's Randy talking to on the phone. Some people think it's The Rock. Some people saying like
Ted DiBiase.
it's
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase. But somebody, I saw somebody put on social media. What if he's just talking to himself?
Yeah, the voices.
Talking,
I saw that
talking to
too.
the voices.
No, what if? But it's a stretch. It is like a big stretch. I didn't see the segment. I just had it in my head. What if Dusty left him a voicemail years ago and he still has it on his phone?
Oh.
A decade voicemail is crazy.
Nah,
And he's
hey,
like,
but what I
still
will
got
say,
it.
Nate, what I hope happens, or what I want to happen. If this was me, and the only reason I'm saying this is because there's got to be a payoff to the story they've been telling. At WrestleMania, Sammy should help Randy,
Mm.
and then the night after, the SmackDown after, that's when you bring Kevin Owens back.
Mm.
That faction, yeah, I'm behind that. I'm behind that. I'm
Randy,
behind that.
Brandy, Sammy, Kevin.
Kevin, Sammy, and Randy. Yes,
And have Cody
because
Chase.
they all have beef with Cody Rhodes.
I don't
they
want to
do.
see that shit, bro.
Nah, they all have beef with Cody Rhodes. Sammy
I don't
would
wanna see
actually
that
be
shit.
interested. No, but here's the thing, though. It's not like a thing where
That's
Randy.
what I'm saying, bro. It's Sammy that's throwing me off, bro. Like if you
No, it's not
replace
even that.
Sammy-
I just feel like
if you replace
They
Sammy
don't
with
need
Drew-
it, but oof.
I don't want to see Sammy and Kevin Owens.
That's what I'm saying.
lackeys to Randy Orton. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
No, they won't be lackeys though. They won't be lackeys. Like this, they're not gonna be in the same role where like they just take the heat for Randy. That's not what this is gonna be.
And honestly, it wouldn't even make sense for Kev because he's beefing with Randy before he got injured anyway. So
Yeah, but remember, he
WWE.
started beefing with him because Randy, in his mind,
Cody.
chose Cody over him. So
He
Kevin
did
could be
finally
like,
turn.
"Hey,
Yeah.
I told you, Randy," and Randy gonna be like, "You was right, Kevin. My fault." And Sammy clearly got beef with the way. Yeah, ain't that right?
You know what would be great if Kevin came back and they had like a rated RKO type of relationship,
Little duo.
eventually leading to Kevin Owens turning on Randy, and then you could
I
have
honestly,
that.
I
would
really
fuck with
like
that.
the I love the theory of him talking to himself, bro.
It's
That's
not bad.
fire.
I'm with that. I'm with that. And having
If
back
it
at
ain't
the
him-
grave, you're right. Having be at the grave, he tearing the voice.
If it ain't him, it's got to be somebody like that motivates him. Like, it had to be like his wife or something. Like if your wife is telling you, like, look, bro,
You got to get this done.
you could be champion, but if you do this, I'm just saying,
His wife telling him is crazy.
he gonna have to. Of course, it's his wife, so he gonna sit back and be like, huh.
Hey, and that's the way you get Brandy involved. Like, oh
Okay.
no.
Who told you?
No,
it was
I
open
don't
mic
want to see
night?
a mixed tag match. Don't
No,
even.
no, I'm
No,
not
no,
saying,
gotta be-
no. Randy's wife can't
Alright,
wrestle.
wait,
No,
alright,
I'm just
wait, alright,
saying, let her be
Yeah.
there, like to support her man,
Yeah.
and then she get punished.
Yeah, she could take like a little slap or something, slap to the face, something like that. But I love like the idea of him talking to himself. Like,
That's fire.
Voices in his head, bro.
That's
like,
fire.
And you see
That's
how
fire.
much we just talked about this and how invested we are in this. That shows you it should be night 2. Like that.
It should.
That to me
Honestly,
is like,
though, I think on Monday they're gonna fix. I think they're gonna fix whatever issue.
No,
they
Monday
have.
they
better.
gotta fix that.
They
and
gotta.
then we're gonna go right back to this should be night 2.
They better. They better,
bro.
bro.
I feel like it's gonna be neck and neck going into Mania, bro. Like as far as like the builds, they're gonna be close. They're gonna be close.
But I think
The comment said, "What about Ric Flair?"
either way it's gonna go. I think either way it's gonna go to Roman and Punk because
Likely, yeah.
I feel like some shit's gonna happen with that. Whether the Usos realign with him or something's gonna happen in that match.
Well,
The reason why it
and-
can't be Ric
and-
Flair is
and I
because
just-
Ric Flair
I
works
just-
for AEW. Comments.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say last time Ric Flair was with Randy kicked his head off, so I don't think
Bro, I don't
Ric
care
Flair
about
wanted.
that, bro. I don't care about that. Bro.
I don't.
Yeah, Ric
Unless
Flair,
he's
stay
setting
in
up Ric Flair
AEW,
versus
dog.
Randy again.
Stay in AEW, my brother. It's okay. We don't need you.
I ain't doing that.
Someone said Bully Ray was like it should be Charlotte.
I saw Bully Ray say that. That was so
Such a
stupid, bro.
dumbass. Such a dumbass stuff,
Bully
bro.
Ray just be saying anything.
He'd be saying anything, bro. I'd be like, bro.
Bully
you-
Ray looking for the clicks, dog.
Not
Like,
anybody. Not everybody needs a podcast.
Sometimes he cooked, and the other times I'm like, bro,
He'll have some valid takes, but
He's
like,
a shield, bro. That's the thing. That's my
Yeah.
biggest issue with Bully Ray. He's a fucking shield, bro. Like he will, oh my god, bro. Like anything AEW, he just like immediately shuts down, bro. Like he shits on it. It's like, bro, they're doing better TV than the company you're shilling for, like every week. Like shut the fuck up, bro.
It's crazy because when I listen to him, I'm like, oh, I know you're a shill. And then when you listen to Meltzer, bro, somebody posted a video of Brian Alvarez saying, nah, that Dynamite wasn't it. And Meltzer was like, well, there's like, like, bro
surprised
can't
he still
say
is.
what. Brian Alvarez was like, come on, bro, say it. It was bad. It was bad. He was like,
I'm surprised he's still a shield, bro. Oh my god, bro. I thought he would have changed up. I thought he would have changed up.
But yeah, no,
I'll say
fuck
though,
no to
if
Charlotte.
I'm gonna be honest though, even though we don't know all the matches announced yet for WrestleMania, we only have a little preview of certain matches. Like there's still got to be a lot to be announced. But I don't care what other matches they announce. If there was one person I'm looking at on the show that I'm like, if he loses, I might lose my shit. If Obafemi does not beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, I'm gonna thoroughly be upset. I'll take Cody Rhodes winning. I'll take whoever. He's the one guy I'm looking at right now. I'm like, bro, if he loses,
You cannot lose.
Yeah, Oba got to win.
you have to win. If he loses, that honestly gonna kill the move for me.
And Brock
I
can
might
get
sit
his
back
get
and watch
back.
Mania like, damn, bro, he would have lost.
Like Brock and I saw people saying it's gonna be a feud. Like, Brock will win, Oba will win, and then Oba will retire him. Oba has to win the first one. He has to win the first one.
He shouldn't. He should sweep him. There should only be one match.
Hey,
but
I
he
agree.
shouldn't lose at all.
I agree.
He shouldn't lose at all.
He should Batista. How Batista did Triple H. That's how he should do Brock Lesnar. But if you're gonna do the feud, if you're gonna make Brock get his get back, Oba has to win match one. I don't give a fuck. He got to win match one. He got to.
And even if it ain't, it don't even got to be a long match. If you want to have, because I don't think they're gonna have Brock go out like sorry. So, if you want to have it be 5 minutes where they big mini man slapping meat like Big E would say, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy. As long I don't care how the match happens. As long as that motherfucker's hand is raised at the end of the match.
Facts.
All I care about.
Facts.
I don't care if he squashes Brock. I don't care if they have a competitive match. As long as he wins. That is all I care about at the end of the day.
Hey, and
If he
I'm
wins,
sorry.
Facts.
Trick Williams got to win too if he fighting Sammy.
Absolutely,
Sami
yeah.
Zayn,
Yeah,
Sami Zayn winning, please.
Trick Uso.
Please.
I mean, Trick Williams better win if he
Actually,
fights
you know what? Let me
Better
stop because Sami Zayn, for whatever reason, seems to always win at WrestleMania.
at WrestleMania. Yeah, he do.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you right.
Trick Williams gotta win. Like,
Gotta win, bro.
To me, the only one that could take a loss is Javon, but that's because it's a multi-man. If he's in a multi-man match, but really, I need all three of them to win.
What's the multi-man match?
No,
we
he's
haven't
saying
said
if
it
he's
yet.
in one.
You know, if he's
We're assuming the IC
it's
title
gonna
match
be
is going to be a
multi-man.
multi-man.
Yeah, that's what the dirt she's saying right now. That
But I'll tell you
Javon
this: there's
is
four
gonna be
people to me
multi-man.
who can't lose. I don't care what y'all say. There's four people to me who can't lose: Oba, Trick, Javon. In my opinion, if it's a singles match, multi-man, okay, cool. He just can't get pinned. And Finn Balor.
Ooh,
If Finn Balor lose, brother, come on, bro.
Yeah, at that
You
point,
can't lose, bro.
if you lose to Dominic Mysterio, bro,
Yeah, you can't lose, brother. You
imagine
can't.
if he's demon and he gets concertoed again, bro.
G, my fiance just said your baby is so cute. She walked in the room. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm getting
I don't
ideas.
think,
that's what. Hey, Nate, you read my mind.
So it's not that bad. You can have one.
So hold on now.
Yeah, I don't think. If I had the betting man, I don't think Finn would lose this match. I think
He
more than
shouldn't.
likely would
He
win.
shouldn't. Yeah, he really shouldn't.
The
And
one
Dom
guy
Stern's-
that I do think for sure needs to win at WrestleMania it's Oba, bro. He's
That's
one guy
the.
that
I
wins.
agree with G. It should be in that order: Oba, Trick, Javon, Finn. And hey, people, do you think it'd be Kofi versus Javon? Like, or you think there's gonna be?
I would be
multi-man match?
intrigued by that, but that's
Yeah.
easily a match that can happen on Raw. I don't.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree.
saying that's
Just
not a
do a
mania
little
match.
multi-man IC title match. Just put everybody.
fine with
in,
that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think Kofi and Javon would have a sleeper match of the night though.
I
Because
agree.
Kofi, people forget Kofi can hoop. He just
Yeah.
don't do it. So I think they could sleeper have a match of the night.
Because they
I
barely
found
wrestle,
that.
bro. Wrestlers barely wrestle, bro.
And they're not setting up any other stories, and that's one of the stories they setting up. So I can see it. Like, what other matches we got for Mania right now? Honestly, like,
Yeah, it's a good pool. All right, well, we'll go ahead and sign off, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for coming through. We'll be back next week, leading up to Mania. As time will happen, we'll get our predictions ready soon. So hopefully they start to cook more things up to make it feel a little bit more like Mania season, So can only hope. Right now it kind of just feels like,
Other than the main events, everything else is kind of.
the main
I'll
event
be there.
the main event's gonna carry for sure.
Your boy will be there.
oh, you go to
Man.
Vegas?
At least you ain't
Yeah.
have to ticket, bro.
Hell
So
yeah.
Good luck,
Yeah.
bro.
if the show turned out bad, you went free.
Hey, I'll put it
You're
like
fact.
this. Everything around Vegas, though, you know the price is gonna be OD.
Oh, nuts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
Eat off
gonna
the
be.
strip.
I'm gonna be. So off the strip.
Off the strip. Eat off the strip. I'm gonna
All
send
right,
you
dog.
a TikTok of a dude who posts all the best.
Yeah,
off the
bro.
strip.
Because man, I do wanna go to casino. Bet a little bit.
Fire.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
it'd be
gonna
my
do a
first
little
time betting.
blackjack? You gonna do the little
That's
slots?
that's what
you
I
gonna
was
do?
told. I was told do blackjack.
I was about to say, yeah, don't do like roulette. Don't do shit,
Nah,
shit you can't
bro.
control.
I just
You
want to
gotta-
do
Yeah,
the
bro.
roulette. I just want to do the roulette just to say I threw some dice in there.
Oh yeah, bet on black. You got to.
Yeah, bet on black. Always
You
bet on
got
black.
to. But do blackjack. That's something you can control. And then there's another game that people play where it's like you bet on the banker or the player. I forget what it's called, but like that's where all the old Chinese men be betting and they be winning nothing but the money. Baccarat is Baccarat
I
in
think I heard
blackjack.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should play for sure.
I ain't trying to run into no mafia people, bro.
Soprano.
Start owning somebody money. Shit.
Oh, G gonna be sick whatever night the Bella Twins win them tag championships.
Oh, yeah, it's not happen. Yeah, they take him.
Why is it B-Fab and Meechin and not Lash and Naya with Jade? Like literally.
Because
Like, what the
B-Fab
fuck?
and Meechin not even
I'm not
really
gonna
supposed to be a
lie, Nash
fucking
and Nia,
faction.
If it would have been Lash and Nia, I would have been so much more behind Jade after this.
Dude, like it would have that makes like what?
Oh,
And then
I
you
see
could
what
do
you're
Lash
saying.
and Jade
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
later. Like, oh my god, it's so
That's
stupid.
what it should have been. That should have been.
But no, Meechin and B-Fab because
God.
Literally,
can't
bro,
do nothing else with this
Meechin carrying the fucking group, bro. Like she
the fact that
She's only
that
looking
happened, and Jade actively got worse. Like I was like, this makes you look way worse than when you were by
That's
yourself.
just
It does.
crazy.
in
Bro.
fact you gotta have B-Fab anyway.
All right,
Like,
you
even that
guys.
beat down, I was like, what are we doing?
Ah shit.
Make sure you
So
subscribe.
much, bro.
We're just gonna end it like this. You know, we keep it on the
The
screen.
greatest of all time.
Keep it on the screen. That way
Being an
everybody
Homo
can,
sapien is a way of life.
everybody can, they want to screenshot the photo. You
That's
can
the
take
king.
You can
The king
screenshot
right there.
it.
He should be. That's night 2 right there.
Yeah, what he at? Bring him back.
Night one and two, bro.